7 days ago, the Formula One circus was at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Now it returns back to its home. This is where Formula One was born in 1950. It's the British Grand Prix at RAF Silverstone for round 12 of the 2024 F1 World Championship. It's the beginning of July and it's the halfway stage of the season here at the British Grand Prix. July then takes us as well to Hungary and Belgium before the summer break. The Netherlands takes us in August. We're followed by September, beginning with the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. It also has Azerbaijan and Singapore. October sees us back to the United States at COTA alongside Mexico. November sees Brazil and Las Vegas as a street circuit once more. December takes us to Qatar, and the season rounding out December 8th at Abu Dhabi. Max Verstappen still leads the Drivers' Championship on 237 points. Lando Norris now just 6 clear of Charles Leclerc in second and third. Carlos Sainz is fourth, followed by Sergio Perez fifth. He's just clear to Oscar Piastri. George Russell, victory in Austria has put him in the fight. Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso and Yuki Tsunoda rounding out the top 10. Lance Stroll now on 17 points. Nico Hülkenberg moving up with 14 with a great result in Austria. Danny Ricciardo on 11, Behrman still on 6 and he's just signed for Haas for 2025. He's level now with Pierre Gasly. Kevin Magnussen has 5, Esteban Ocon 3, Alexander Albon 2, Zhou Guanyu, Valtteri Bottas and Logan Sargent still no points. In the constructor standings, Red Bull lead on 355 points, but Ferrari closing them in 291. McLaren have 268, followed by Mercedes on 196. Aston Martin have 58 with RB on 30. Haas have 19, Alpine are on 9, Williams are on 2, and Sauber still on 0 points. Let's take a look around a former RAF airbase. It's Silverstone, 3.660 miles, 18 turns and some of the best corners on the planet. It's Bethlehem for Formula One. This is where it all started in 1950. Get a good exit out of the last corner club, across the line and hurtle down towards turn 1 at Abbey. 8th gear flat out, lift over to 7th, then just coast down towards Farm, back to full throttle. First heavy wheel braking spot down all the way, 3rd gear into Village. Too tight left-handers coming up, the loop as well, which opens up the throttle slightly before a fast attack into Aintree. DRS open as you enter down the Wellington Straight towards Brooklands, reaching maximum RPM as well. Fly the car in 5th gear, control the acceleration as well through Brooklands into Lovefield. Double apex corner as well. Be careful not to make the car slide out as well. And attack through a long sweeping right across the National Start Straight at Woodcote. Next up, it's the fearsome Cops corner. If you can take it flat out, perfect, but don't be afraid to brake and lift down to 7th gear. Attack back to full throttle for the first 2 parts of the Maggots-Beckett's complex. Flat out before lifting slightly as well, 7th gear. Beckett's requires quite a lot of braking as well, down to 5th gear as you attack onto Chapel now. Open up the DRS once again and down the Hanger Straight. Once again, the engine is singing as you head down towards Stowe, named because of the Stowe School just behind the grandstand. Fitting the car in 5th gear corner as well, down the slight crest down towards the pit lane entrance, in towards the Vale chicane, brake at 70 metres into 3rd gear, flick the car into the left, then the right. It becomes double almost apex because it leads into club at turn 18 across the control line, and that is a lap of Silverstone.
Hello everyone, this is the halfway point of the season. Welcome to round number 12 of the championship, where one half of the circuit is in Buckinghamshire and one half of the circuit is in Northamptonshire. Welcome to the British Grand Prix at Silverstone and what's set to be an epic Grand Prix. Now, we have seen in qualifying yesterday a British 1-2-3. The last time we saw that was in the 1960s. Can history repeat itself in where it was 1965, where it was a 1-2-3 then? Even better, it was 1-2-3-4-5, but we don't have 5 British drivers on the grid. We only have 3. 4 if you count Alex Albon. I still count Albon as a British driver. So you got myself hosting the pre-show, and joining me in the pre-show is Josh Chi. What a great qualifying session we had. George Russell will be starting on the pole with Lewis Hamilton alongside. This is looking very good for the Mercedes. Can they replicate that and turn it into a 1-2 win, or could there be some challenges?
Yeah, absolutely. Mercedes were strong in qualifying, but they sometimes aren't that strong in the race when they are strong in qualifying. We will have to see, but they will work together, no doubt, to get on the podium. I'm expecting at least one Mercedes driver on the podium, hopefully both of them, but we'll see what a certain Red Bull driver does in the race with other British drivers. Lando Norris, cough cough.
Yes, last week was kind of interesting between a certain Red Bull driver and Lando Norris. We'll go that a little bit about that in a minute. So George Russell running Austria is looking for back-to-back victories. Lewis Hamilton is chasing his first win since 2021 and a record-breaking 9th victory in Silverstone. That will be absolutely amazing for him as well. Obviously, McLarens have been looking quite strong in the weekend so far as well. I think it was Lando Norris's mistake during his lap that costed him pole position, and Oscar Piastri was looking very disappointed with his result. He thought he should have been further up. He could have got the win last week. McLarens are looking very, very promising, but I'll have to wait and see what happens with them as well. I know that they want to step it up because McLaren this season has been very good.
Yeah, absolutely. McLaren have been incredible this season, and we have seen Lando Norris's first win. That was at Miami, and unfortunately, I don't think I was there for that race, but I made sure to watch the last lap when I heard everything that had happened on that one, because it was an incredible race, and it has been an incredible season for McLaren, one of the only teams which has been able to battle the Red Bull until Mercedes and Ferrari came into the situation as well.
Yeah, shame about Ferrari not doing as well, but again, we'll touch that a little bit in a minute. It's not the most straightforward day for Red Bull yesterday, with Verstappen losing control of his RB20 and him having floor damage, and Sergio Perez getting knocked out in Q1 as well. But we have some news about both drivers, and I'm going to pass you over to our crofty, Joshua Bird, in the commentary box. Josh, what's happening over at Red Bull?
Well, they've had a bit of an evening of discontent, to be fair, as well. We've got a brand new power unit for Sergio Perez, which means he's not going to start 19th on the grid. He is going to start in the pit lane because it's an automatic back-of-the-grid start. Red Bull thought, well, because he starts 19th, it's an opportunity to take that extra power unit, get it into circulation, and make sure that he has the best opportunity to climb up. He is going to have that advantage as well because mixed weather is expected in this race. We've got Chris McCarthy reporting that the rain has been so bad. As you remember, we've had the Porsche Super Cup race earlier on. That had problems. We had F2 yesterday causing loads of issues with red flags. The F3 sprint race got delayed. We've got light rain at the moment starting to come down minutes before the cars go on the track.
At Copse, Josh, I've just seen.
And it's very heavy now at Copse Corner, just she's saying as well. So that's going to be good. Looking at the radar, rain is coming in. So we might have formation that was behind the safety car. But you were on about Max Verstappen as well. He had floor damage after running off in the same part of the track at Copse Corner as Sergio Perez did yesterday. Red Bull have changed that floor to a same specification. Now that means that he doesn't get a penalty because it is the same spec floor, so it's changing a like-for-like part that is deemed by the FIA as a critical component in a car as well. You can change that. So no other change as well. Danny Ricciardo has also swapped his power unit for a previously used one as well. He won't have a grid penalty because he's done so to an old spec engine, but he has broken Parc Fermé. So we're waiting on the final starting grid to come in. My timing screen at the moment has put Ricciardo down, still in 15th position, but Perez will start in the pit lane. Gasly also has a new power unit. He got 30 places. He starts 19th on the grid. I'll throw it back to you.
Yes, I think the last time I remember them having like a 30-50 place grid penalty was, I think, the McLarens as well, back in the day where their Honda engine was not very good. But again, we will see the starting order as it gets finalised. I will keep an eye out on X and Instagram on that one. Ferraris didn't go as well, but there was one team that did a lot better than Ferrari, and that was the Haas car of Nico Hülkenberg. He only made it through to Q1 with one flying lap on the soft tyre. That's it. It got better for the German as he reached Q3, not just by the skin of his teeth, but very comfortably, scoring the team's best qualifying result of the season in P6, whereas Magnussen, meanwhile, just missed out in the mixed conditions, eliminating in P17. Hulkenberg's momentum last week, he had a really brilliant result as well, and he made the most out of the changeable conditions this week with a P6. What's more to come for Hulkenberg? It seems to me, Josh T, that him getting that seat next year in Kick Sauber is sort of revolutionised him, and him suddenly getting some confidence out of the Haas car.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we've got Oliver Behrman coming in next year, which will be our fifth if you count Alexander Albon as well. And that could change for Haas, of course, with the links to Sauber as well, which you mentioned.
Yeah, because I know Sauber not doing very well. I think maybe Hulkenberg might have a bit of a regret, but just wait until 2026. He has to wait and see, of course. And I know Komatsu has something to say about the Haas cars as well. Going into this, Komatsu, by the way, has done a very good job with the Haas team this season. They think that they made progress since FP3 due to the intermediates. They decided not to run on the inters because they wanted it to be dry, which they did. They saved some inters for the race, which will be good. I know they took the gamble on the wets in Canada as well. I think Haas, Josh, seem to be a bit good in terms of gambles, but they don't seem to last very long, unfortunately. I think Haas always like to take risks, but I think, is there a chance that we could see a big surprise where Hulkenberg could potentially get a top 5, maybe even a podium if, like, the Brits make a mistake or something?
Yeah, absolutely. And with the Haas, they like making gambles, but they also like doing some silly stuff as well, with 10 out of 12 penalty points and very close to a couple of race bans as well. Surprised that there's not been a race ban already.
I'm surprised as well, to be honest. And one final thing we're going to say a little bit before we head over to the world feed is, what's the weather going to be doing? It has been really changeable today, with it being super dry, then super wet, then super dry again. 60% chance of rain during the race, with anything between light drizzle and monsoon type of conditions. And we could see different conditions in different parts of the circuit, so that's going to make things quite difficult. Last percentage chance of a safety car, 89%. Virtual safety car, 22%. Red flag, 22%. And the pit lane lost time for green flag conditions, 20 seconds. Cut that to 9 seconds in a safety car VSC. So there's a safety car and you time your pit stop, right? That is very good as well. And one team that did well yesterday as well was Williams. Both cars making it to Q2. Sargent getting his best result in qualifying yesterday. But there has been some rumours that there could be a lineup change mid-season or towards 2025. It's great to see Williams doing well yesterday, Josh, but before we go to the world feed, can we see James Vowles making a quick decision to change their lineup really early on?
Yeah, I hope that Logan Sargent doesn't get switched out mid-season, because we don't like seeing drivers being switched out mid-season. Of course, we had Nick De Vries, which was way too... Yep, go on.
need to interrupt because we've got JB1 back and we need to head over there.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So those of you that are on JB2, make sure you get to JB1 for more of our coverage of the British Grand Prix. We'll see you then.
Just 7 days ago, the Formula 1.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 12th round of the British Grand Prix, where one half of it is in Buckinghamshire and one half of it is in Northamptonshire. We are back on JB Motorsports 1. If you're wondering why we haven't been live for the first 20 minutes on this channel, we literally just received news that we've got live streaming access on JB Motorsports Wombat. So we're live on JB2, Twitch and JB1 for one of the biggest events of the year, the British Grand Prix. Your commentary lineup for this afternoon will be Joshua Birch on lead comms, and we've got Megan, and we also got Josh T and Omi as well, and we also got Ian Birch in race control. But let's hand over to the world feed for the build-up for the British Grand Prix.
Pit lane is open. It's been 4 seasons in one day already. Expecting some showers, I should imagine, this afternoon, scattered amongst those clouds are some grey ones. Let's go to Ted.
Thank you very much, Simon. Yes, the rain has stopped, but as you say, 4 seasons in one day. Typical British weather, and well, Great Britain, the land of Harry Potter, the Red Arrows, pots of tea, queuing, English breakfast, the pub, the tube, the garden, 3 Lions, Wimbledon, Wembley, Twickenham, Lords and Silverstone, and the weather. And with George Russell, Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris on the front of the grid, could we get one of those going for a British win at the British Grand Prix? Let's have a look at all the drivers going out. So they are all on the intermediate tyre. It's the safest way to go. The Ferrari of Charles Leclerc just inching its way out of the pit lane a moment ago, just unsteady as it kicks up a load of water and then off the curb. And there is George Russell as he passes us. And as George and Lewis have already said, if they want to win the British Grand Prix, either of them, they must work as a team. They must work defensively to stop Lando Norris and to stop Max Verstappen from either overcutting them, that's stopping later, or passing them with fresher tyres on the last stint. And if they can be offensive, if they can pull away, if they have the pace to pull away from the McLarens and Max Verstappen in the opening stint, then they can control the race from there. But David Croft in the commentary box, anything can happen. Oh, Team Radio, Crofty.
There's no standard water whatsoever, but the track was very slippery. Quite strange.
Yeah, that's George Russell. That's George Russell, Ted, on the team radio. The track feels very strange. Charles Leclerc has just been on the team radio saying the track is actually drier than we thought. I think what's happened, that shower that came in has made the track a little bit greasy, but it is drying up quickly. I'm looking here, air temperature 15 degrees. That's warm for Silverstone, trust me. Track temperature 35 degrees. If the sun's out, this is going to dry up nicely, but there are dark clouds coming in over towards the main straight, and they might hit us by the start of this race. Max Verstappen on a few laps. He was the first driver out at the green light to get a few laps in. Starts 4th today. Last time Max Verstappen started 4th at Silverstone was the 70th anniversary Grand Prix, and he won from 4th as well. Could he spoil something of a home party today? 1, 2, 3 for Britain on the grid. First time a nation's had a 1, 2, 3 since Jacques Lafitte, René Arnoux, Didier Pironi at the 1980 French Grand Prix. Now you're asking, when was the last time we had an all-British podium at a British Grand Prix? 1965 is the answer. Jim Clark, Graham Hill and John Surtees. That's the challenge for George, Lewis and Lando today. But look, England against Holland, I think that's going to be the theme of the sporting week. F1, football and the World Match Play darts don't count out any of the top 4 winning this afternoon. And if Lewis Hamilton can get victory, that will be a record-breaking 9th victory at Silverstone, the most wins for a driver at a single circuit. Verstappen's teammate Sergio Perez starts from the pit lane. No word yet on Daniel Ricciardo. Ted brought us news that they were changing the engine and had changed the engine down at RB, but he is on the track, so he's got out from his garage. We should have 19 drivers on the grid for what I think is going to be an epic British Grand Prix. Simon, Naomi and Jensen, down to you.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Thanks, Crofty. Yeah, talking of England, Holland, Norris and Verstappen on the second row of the grid after the coming together, of course, of what happened this time last week. I wonder what lessons have been learned. We're going to talk about that in a few moments' time. Let's go to Cameroon, though, to have a little bit of analysis of what happened and, again, what conclusions Lando Norris can take into today.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. It got very spicy towards the end of the Austrian Grand Prix. If you haven't seen it, let me try and remind you, first of all, the incident. Verstappen went for the inside, Norris went for the outside line, and they made contact there. Let's go on board and try and talk about what Norris might have to do different. Don't forget, they're starting next to each other on the second row of the grid today. Now, last weekend, Norris here went alongside him, and there's a point at this here where you can see just there, Verstappen's head. He sees Norris coming on the left-hand side. Lando chooses to stay on the white line. He doesn't choose to use that extra bit off the top of the curb there and just give himself a bit more room for when Verstappen squeezes. There, Verstappen moves over and they make the contact. I wonder coming into this weekend whether it's in the back of Norris's mind that, you know what, there is no compromise from Max Verstappen. I might need to, you know, the penalty was applied and gave, the stewards gave Verstappen a penalty. But in the end, Norris is the one who lost out on no points. So let's use a bit of CGI, draw the driving lines here. Look at this. On the approach to the corner, Verstappen comes to the inside, then moves over to the left. Norris is also going left because that's the natural line. But Verstappen moves more across and squeezes him out. And when they go wheel to wheel, it might involve a bit more compromise from Lando in order to not make contact this weekend. Talking of uncompromising racing, let's try and remind ourselves of the start here at Silverstone. 2021, probably the most famous start we've had in recent times. Max Verstappen on the left, Lewis Hamilton on the right. Now, the reason I'm highlighting this is it's a race where, yes, the start's important. It's always important. But the battle isn't settled at the first braking zone, unlike places like Barcelona. See here, Verstappen covers the inside line, Lewis went left. Then they do a switchback, Lewis on the outside. And this is important because what he's doing here is getting all of this clean air onto his front wing. He's picking up clean front downforce, and that allows him to get a good run through that corner. Even in the low-speed corners, clean air helps you. Lewis got the slipstream as they went down the Wellington straight, went for the outside. Max covered the inside. Verstappen, now watch this. He just throws it down the inside. And this is what I'm saying about compromise. Lewis knew he had to bail out of it. He knew there was a point there where if he stayed committed, they would have made contact. Look how close the front wing got to the back of Verstappen's car. And as we play along, coming into Luffield, Lewis again here thinking, this is important. You have to think if you're going to race against Verstappen. Clean air, really important to think ahead, set the move up for the exit. Hamilton got the slipstream, got the toe as we went past the old pits, and he went for the lunge down into Copse Corner. Now, we all know what happened next, but my point really isn't to analyze this incident, but it's to show that the battle doesn't just get settled off the line, it carries on for more than half of the lap on the opening lap of the Grand Prix off the line.
I just cannot wait to see what happens between these two today, and let's hope we get more wheel-to-wheel racing off the line from Lando and for Max Verstappen. But yeah, I mean, do you have to race him differently, Jensen, to other people? That was the conversation as we came into the weekend.
I think his spatial awareness is extraordinary. It really is. He knows exactly where to place the car and just squeezing people the whole time. It's very, very difficult to race someone like Max, but Lando, his racecraft is great, and I think it's just learning each individual on the grid who you race, and I think he understands Max a lot more now. And here, it's all about that overlap, as we saw. Because of the layout of the circuit, if you get overlap on one corner, there's every chance you'll get run at them into the next turn.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about Copse as we're seeing Lewis going round now. I mean, that was obviously the touch point of 2021, or at least one of them. And we had that, it felt, in Austria a week ago between Lando and Max. Yes, there's 80 points between them. I'm just wondering what he does do differently today, Lando.
I think if he's going to do one thing better, it's going to have to be more precise. You've got to really be executing those moves. You don't want your opponent to collect constant information on you with all the attempts you make. So if he can get that right, but also I think he shouldn't change too much, to be honest, because it is a psychological game, and Max can't get into his head in the sense that he thinks, you know, I've gotten into Lando's head and he's now going to race me differently. He has to stand his ground. He has to show Max, you're not going to bully me out of this behavior. This is how I'm going to race you.
I mean, they've kissed and made up, this T Radio.
No more rain, maybe 1 hour into the race, but nothing till then.
Okay, there we go. That's the latest news from the Ferrari radar. So that will give you an indication of where the rain is. And now into the race, they're saying there. Yeah, I mean, just coming back to that point with regards to Lando and you know, his growth as a driver. You know, you've got to test yourself against the best. Max is that. You know, he does seem to be the kind of guy that can adapt quite quickly.
Yeah, I think so. And he won't be thinking about the championship at this point of the season, Lando. He can just get stuck in. And if something happens again, it happens again. But I think it's important that he keeps pushing Max and finding his weaknesses. But as Lando's already said, he's not just looking behind, he's looking forward. There's still 2 cars in front to overtake.
I think the most important thing, and I think this is what we all want to see, is we want to see them racing, right? We don't want motorsports to get so over-sanitized that these guys are too afraid to approach each other. They need to race respectively. They need to stay safe in what they're doing out there on track, but they've got to keep fighting each other hard. That's what we want to see. Up until that moment in Austria, it was such exciting racing, and I think so many places on this track where you can overtake, and I hope they'll take every opportunity to fight it out on track today.
They've kissed and made up, haven't they? That's the thing. Martin said he wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do, because now they can focus on this race, move forward to the next fight.
Right, well, hopefully we will get that very, very shortly. We're around about half an hour to go until lights out. Now, you may have seen in the press that the F1 movie is shooting this weekend, starring, of course, Brad Pitt. It's released next June in the UK, and here is a sneak peek.
Okay. Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, Aston, now McLaren, all have a speed on the straights. Our shot is battling in the turns.
Of course, we can't show that, so we've had to unmute. Oh, I think we can, actually. No, we can't. Audio. Well, that's always great, isn't it? So then, go on then, Jess, I'll hand it to you.
That is a bit annoying that we can't show the trailer, but at least we could see what's going on. So we are back doing the pre-show whilst they showed the trailer of the F1 film, which is called F1, believe it or not.
I knew they were going to do it though.
Yeah, I knew they were going to do that as well. Interesting enough as well, the footage that they filmed last year in Silverstone didn't work, so they have to redo it in Silverstone this year, which is a bit annoying. So they won't see my face on TV. But never mind. My first question: are any of you wanting to go and see the film, and what are your expectations going into it?
Well, we're watching the footage now, and you know, this actually looks really good. They've used proper camera angles in Formula One. They've used proper footage. They've got the drivers in, of course, from last year. They're reshooting some of it this year as well, because I think it's a year-long story. So, like, they crash in the first British Grand Prix, then they come back for the second, and it's like the development over the year. I think that's the general thing of the story, but they haven't to reshoot footage from last year anyway. I think it looks quite good. Summer 2025. So, what do you think, JT? Oh, sorry, Martin's on the grid.
Next summer, the grid is full of people. It is also bone dry. It's stopped raining. I'm sure the many drivers on this grid will be very happy about that. Let's try not to, between us, get in trouble today, shall we? And see what we can do. Meet some interesting people. I'm going to wander back here and look for a gentleman I want to talk to, who is where is he? Well, there's Clarkson. We'll have a Clarkson. Your cabbages must be loving this, mustn't they? Rain, sun.
Everything's good on the farm. This isn't bad at all. Great for the race as well. Yeah. I mean, really good for the race, because it means the old boys get a chance. Alonso and Hamilton.
Is that who your money's on today, is it?
It rains. It's always the old boys that do well. You know that, Martin.
Yeah, well, we'll find out, won't we? Max wants to spoil the party, though, doesn't he?
I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, me too. See you later. Right, let's wander across the grid a little bit here and see who else we can find. There's Sir Chris Hoy and Mike Tyndall. Sir Chris, how the devil are you? Back on the grid. What are you expecting to happen today?
Oh, well, delighted to be here, Martin. Good to see you. I just want to see an exciting race, and I think we're going to get that. You know, to have 3 Brits starting on the front row and the second row, amazing. And yeah, there's not this massive dominance of one driver and one team. It's really exciting.
Yeah, fantastic. And you've got the Olympics coming up. Are we going to win some cycling medals this year?
Always win medals in cycling. Yeah, great team. A few missed big names. Laura Kenny's retired. Katie Archibald's had a really horrific accident. So a chance for younger riders to come out and star. Emma Finnegan, I think, is going to be a big name to look out for in the women's sprint. But yeah, exciting summer of sport.
All right, good to see you, Chris. Thanks for talking to us. And, oh, it's Mo Farah, look, that's Sir Mo, I should say. And, well, he's on the phone.
Hi,
Mary Earps, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Very, very good, thank you. What did you think of the penalty save last night and the England football team last night?
Yeah, brilliant that they won. Obviously, goalkeeper union, great save from Jordan. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's win the thing.
And you're off to Paris Saint-Germain, aren't you?
I'm really excited about it. Yeah, but I had to come to here first. I said, no, wait, I gotta come here first.
And what do you reckon to all this?
It's so loud. Everything is so loud. I feel like I'm shouting at you right now. You're whispering. You're used to it. But yeah, it's unbelievable, incredible. I'm so privileged to be here.
All right, good stuff. Nice to see you, Mary. Well, we'll do a flyby. So Mo, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing, thank you. Wow.
Who are you cheering for today?
I'm cheering for George, Lewis, and you have to, right?
Yeah, and Lando just behind you here. Yeah, good stuff. And yeah.
Lando as well. Lando as well.
All right.
There's a lot of great athletes. So again, being here, it's incredible. So many people.
All right, lovely to see you on the grid again. Hope you have a good time. Right, let's wander forward and see who else we can find, and see if we can find some racing drivers. We know from the grid walk in Austria last week, they go and get on the radio, get on the headsets, talk to the factory and what have you. We might do a flyby with Sir Jackie here, but he's busy explaining. He's always got a little group. Sir Jackie, how are you?
Well, thank you very much. Enjoying it.
Yeah, good, isn't it? A lot of good atmosphere down here. Who's your money on?
Well, a little different than when we had 3 drivers in the winning circle. My day, completely different today.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy your day, Jackie. And here we go. Let's see, if we get up to the front corner, we might find ourselves some drivers and 1 or 2.
So we got our new minister who's going to present the trophy today.
How are you? Nice to see you.
New Secretary of State for Science, Innovation and Technology.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A lot of work ahead.
Spent five times I've been on Club Corner watching this from there, so it's a real honour to be here today.
Very good.
Doing well.
It's more exciting on the grid. Good luck. Nice to see you. And right, where else are we going to go? Let's have a chat up here, and I think we should scoop up a few drivers. There's a man I want to talk to, Brian May. I better be quick. Can you follow this, Peter? Brian, I don't think he's talking. Brian, no, he's not going to talk, is he? He'd rather sing, wouldn't he? Really? Either that, or he's blown his eardrums out with incredible music over the years. So they're the track we saw on the teaser we saw from the F1 movie. Of course, it was "We Will Rock You" by Queen. And we'll walk back into the grid then and see. Here's Rowan Atkinson. Let's have a chat. He's talking to David Richards of ProDrive, and he's not a man of a great number of words, but I will have a chat with him. Yeah, absolutely. Rowan, how are you? Hi, DR. You okay?
Extremely good to see you. How are you?
I enjoyed the motorsport dinner the other night. I didn't get a chance to come over and say hello.
It's true, yeah, I saw you. You were very good.
I don't know about that, but what would Mr. Bean reckon to all of this Formula One malarkey?
Yeah. Well, he would enjoy it very much because he's a car enthusiast, as you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he had some magnificent cars, didn't he?
Cars, then he'd enjoy it. But anyway, it's fantastic to be here. I'm a guest of George Russell, which is, it wasn't planned for me to be here on a weekend, when he got pole, but here we are.
Rowan Atkinson name dropping. Whatever next.
I know. I'm here as a matter of fact, as a guest of George Russell. So.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's how privileged I am.
Yeah, lovely to see you, Rowan. Enjoy the race, and so you're cheering for the pole sitter, Mr. Russell.
Well, thank you. May the best man win.
Absolutely. Right, good. No idea how much time I've got left, but we'll just keep poking around, see if we can find. I want to keep an eye on, see if we can talk to some of the drivers. They're going to come back through that gate over there, so I don't want to go too far. Nobody's coming back on yet, but I really want to talk to them about what the track is like out there. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes, I sort of have this great desire to actually meet Patrick Mahomes one of these fine days and see what he's got to say. And we'll mooch down here. We'll have a look. We've got Lando's car here, and here's a fellow Sky man. See if I can have a chat with him. I don't really like interrupting. Stuart, Martin Rundle.
How are you? Good, and you? Very good, thank you.
Some decent cricket coming up. England versus West Indies next week.
Yeah, Jimmy Anderson's last Test match, which is really special for everyone to be involved with, I think. You know, actually, Pat Cummins is here, the Australian captain, so I've just been chatting to him about how big a summit's going to be. So, yeah, really looking forward to next week, and hopefully Jimmy gets an amazing sign-off.
Good stuff. And you're Team Lando today, then, are you, as you're parked near his car?
Team Lando and Oscar, yeah. I mean, Oscar, the only Aussie I support in world sport. So he's, yeah, hoping. I know they're hoping for a dry race, because if they get a bit of rain, it sort of throws it open a little bit. And they've got a quick car, so I know they're hoping for the blue sky to stay.
Right. Enjoy our day. Good to see you. Right. Let's have a wander across here, see who else we can find. Dr. Charlie there. And I still want to keep an eye out. Somebody else is keeping an eye. You know what? Brian May's come back in. I'm going to give it a second. See if there's another chord I can strike with him. I don't think anybody's actually turned me down twice on the same grid walk, but I think it's about to happen. But we'll see how we go. And see if I can just get a... Why not? I don't really want to be rude or interrupt you too much. He's got Evan there telling him about the car and about this glorious looking Mercedes down here. We'll try and poke around. Brian, are you up for a chat with Sky? No? No worries. You don't need to know anything. Nice to see you on the grid. Thank you very much. No problem at all. We don't want to make your life difficult for him. He says he doesn't know enough about Formula. I respect that. He doesn't want to stand there and pretend that he does, but that's absolutely fine. Right, let's get down here and see. Okay, Natalie has just spoken to George, so we'll try and Natalie's just standing there. Oscar's spoken to Natalie as well. The help. Nico, fantastic qualifying. Yes. Can he stay there in the race? Big thumbs up there. And we just missed Max. He doesn't want to come back. He doesn't want to talk to us. I've been told I've got to get back behind this little blue rope here, so we're not going to get to talk to the drivers today, by the looks of it. How you doing? You right? Good. Helmut, how you doing?
Fine. Looking up to the weather. That could be the game changer.
Do you want it to rain or not at Red Bull?
If we are at the right time, when the mediums are, then a little bit of rain should come.
Lando versus Max, side by side on the grid. You looking forward to that?
Let them race.
Let them race. That's what we heard a little while back, isn't it? So I've actually got a minute, but I'm not allowed to get... People keep touching my radio and I'm losing it. Losing you, but let's see. We got Charles coming on there now. You know what? If I can't talk to the drivers, there's not a lot of point in being up here. We'd have been better in the pit lane where I was last weekend at this point, which is very, very disappointing. Let's mooch back here and see what else we can, who else we can find, what else is going on. Have a little poke around the car, something like that. And where's apparently Sam Ryder? There he is over there. We saw him last year. Let's have a quick chat with him. I've got 20 seconds, Sam. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Everything good?
Oh, fantastic. About to cheer my pal Hannah on here.
I feel complete now. I've had a Sam Ryder hug on the grid for the British Grand Prix. Right. Now we've got Hannah Waddingham about to sing, you're listening closely, the national anthem. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
mate, it's going to be a good race today. I'm excited. British national anthem.
I tell you what, Jess, JT, that is the best national anthem we've had in a long time as I return the pre-show to you. Wow, look at that! And the fireworks as well.
The sun was just out.
Honestly, that...
Time, but yeah, that's going to be the key point of the race.
So you're ready for it, right?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go on, Jess. Back to you.
So that was George Russell being interviewed by Natalie Pinkham. And yeah, I got to agree. Hannah is such a good singer as well. She hosted Eurovision last year too, so it was great to hear from her, of course, as well. So it's not that long before we get going for the British Grand Prix. British 1, 2, 3 on the cards. I wonder if we're going to see that in the race as well. We obviously talked about Williams in the pre-show. One driver that we haven't talked about is Charles Leclerc, Josh T, starting in 11th spot in the Grand Prix. Yet another poor qualifying from him. Where has his pace gone since Monaco? Monaco, he won the race, and then his pace just seemed to disappear from thin air from then on. What does it take for him to get some good luck this weekend from starting 11th?
I think it personally will take a lot, because you've got all 3 British drivers, but then you've got this man, Max Verstappen.
Yet again today.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I think in general it will be quite a tight battle. I mean, we've been a bit up and down throughout the week so far. So hopefully, you know, with how the car is now, with the new floor, yeah, we can be in the mix. I don't want to say that we are the quickest, but hopefully we could just be in there, and yeah, let's see what happens.
I'll wait for some great racing. Thanks a lot.
I agree then. Max Verstappen starting 4th on the grid this weekend. His floor was repaired, just as Josh was saying in the pre-show earlier on as well. One-stop strategies dominated Silverstone last year. There was a safety car on lap 33 last year as well. A majority of cars last year started on the medium tyre. George Russell, Tsunoda and Ocon started differently, whereas I think only a few drivers started on the hards. Josh T, do you think we will see majority of people starting on the mediums, or will we see some bold people going on the softs or the hards for the race?
Well, I'm expecting the majority of people to start on the mediums, but we could have some soft or hards. It depends what strategy each team decides to go with. And there's Lando Norris just getting ready to get into the car as we look at George Russell's car. But yeah, it's strategy could be open here with the changeable track conditions.
It could rain, which means that they could have some inters as well. But we have got some information about the tyres available for the race. New softs. There's 2 new softs for Leclerc, 1 new softs for Sargent, Tsunoda, Joe and Ricciardo, 3 new softs for Bottas, 4 new softs for Magnussen, 2 new softs for Ocon, Perez 4 new softs, Gasly 3 new softs. Everyone else has got no new softs left, but they have got some used softs available as well. And I'm trying to see if people got any new mediums. I think most people have got at least 1 or 2 new mediums, and everyone has got new hards to contend with as well. So it'll be interesting for Leclerc at the end of the race, where he's got some new soft, whereas everyone else around him couldn't as well. Before we head to the World Three, let's get our predictions from our team. We will start with Josh T. Who do you think is going to win the race? I think you said my pick a winner to me earlier, but has your mind changed? Are you going to stick with your guns, or are you going to change your mind?
I honestly don't know. I was nice, but now I've changed to Hamilton. Like, I don't know what one to pick, but I don't want to annoy Joe by changing it every 2 minutes, so I'm going to keep my Grid Network pick a winner for Hamilton, but I think any 3 of them could do it.
Yeah, so you've gone for Hamilton. I'm going to stick with Norris, even though Russell put it on pole. I think Norris just has the good race pace all of a sudden in that McLaren as well. Josh B, up in the comms box, have you changed your prediction, or are you going to stick with your Grid Network pick a winner?
I said that it could be Lando Norris that has a chance of winning today. I certainly think he's got one of the best starting positions, of course. He's third on the grid. I don't see the two Mercedes having the race pace. If you look back to Austria in the last couple of races, yeah, they've always been hovering around third and fourth. This is the first time we've actually seen them take an advantage of both of them in qualifying. I don't think they've got race pace. So my money is on Lando Norris, but you never want to count out, as JT said, Max Verstappen. So look further down at the drivers that are out of position that could benefit from a possible wet race. Charles Leclerc in 11th position. He's coming into position as well. He could be one to focus on in 11th. Carlos Sainz starting in 7th. That's an option as well. My money also, don't count out Sergio Perez from a possible podium. Yes, starting from the pit lane, but as I said, opening lap safety cars, he's right back in it. Ultimate strategies, it could all work out. Megan's on her way to the comp box soon. Ian Birch is standing by in race control. We're getting ready for the start. I'll hand back to you, Jess.
Yes, thanks, Josh B. We will hear from him in just a few moments' time. Race simulation data is showing that Red Bull are looking the quickest on race pace by 0.16 seconds. McLaren in second, Ferrari third, Mercedes, like you were saying, could be struggling on race pace, but you never know. If they could work together as a team, anything can happen. Omi has joined us in the pit lane. Omi doesn't have to button if he doesn't want to. He may be just watching, but we will carry on if Omi does not want to speak. But I wonder what Omi has got for his pick a winner as well. Hello, Omi. Who have you gone for your pick a winner?
Oh, in a wide open race, I'm going to go for Norris.
So you're going to go for Norris. So most of us have gone for either Norris or Hamilton. But yeah, don't count out on Verstappen either as well. Watch out for what I think Hulkenberg can do from 6th on the grid. I expect Hulkenberg to have a strategy masterclass potentially if they could play their cards right with the rain or whatever. But again, we'll have to wait and see. We'll be starting in just under 1 minute. We don't know what the weather's going to be. We don't know where everyone is going to be in terms of tyres as well. We don't know what tyres people are going to be on as well. We need to see teams like Aston Martin get up there. Leclerc will need to be up there as well and improve. What could Sainz do from 7th on the grid? Can we see Verstappen take another Grand Prix win at the British Grand Prix like we've seen in the last few seasons? Can Lewis Hamilton take his first Grand Prix win at the British Grand Prix for a while? Can we see George Orlando get a Grand Prix win for the first time? Can Alexander Albon make his way up? He had a good British Grand Prix last time out as well. There's so many unknowns going into the British Grand Prix. We don't know what to think at the moment. Make sure you join us on JBMotorsports 1, 2 and Twitch, and also we will be on at USRN as well. So thank you to those of you that are joining us on USRN. But I'll hand you over to our commentary team, Joshua Birch, Megan Birch, Ian Birch and Josh T, ready for the British Grand Prix.
In every religion, there are temples of worship. Like religion, sport holds a dear place in all of our hearts. Last night, England got through in the football to rejoice. Now we see something that we haven't seen since the 1960s. It's a 1-2-3 filled by British drivers. If you want religion, Bethlehem. This is the birthplace of Formula One. This is home. It's a 5.891 former airfield used in wartime to defend Britain's skies and defend peace. Today, it changes. It is used for battle. Sport always runs deep. 7 days ago, Lando Norris and Max Verstappen came together as their title hots up. Today, they start level on the grid, 3rd and 4th, beaten by the Silver Arrows. Who will be victorious here at Silverstone? The rain comes in, half in Northamptonshire, half in Buckinghamshire. But one thing for certain, the heart of Britain is here today. Let's take a look at how they line up on the grid then for the British Grand Prix. Starting from the pit lane, Sergio Perez. He's changed his power unit. He's 4th of the year. He relegates the back. Pierre Gasly has changed, but he has 30 places, starts 19th. Esteban Ocon, a poor qualifying here from him, is in 18th. Kevin Magnussen lines up 17th. Valtteri Bottas, 16th on the grid, with Danny Ricciardo lining up in 15th place. 14th for Zhou Guanyu, the first time he got through to qualifying 2 all season long. His best of the year. Yuki Tsunoda lines up alongside him in 13th position. Logan Sargent in 12th as well, but Charles Leclerc, his second worst qualifying of the year after Canada, he is 11th on the grid. Fernando Alonso gets through to the top 10 once again here, but how about Alexander Albon, 9th on the grid for Williams' and his effective home race. Lance Stroll manages to get the Aston Martin through into 8th place. Carlos Sainz lines up in 7th. Best of the rest for Nico Hülkenberg. What a qualifying from him and the Haas, out-qualifying all factory-powered Ferraris. Oscar Piastri lines up 5th on the grid. It's Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. All eyes to them, 4th and 3rd on the grid, but the front row, it's an all-Mercedes affair. 8-time British Grand Prix winner Lewis Hamilton is alongside George Russell for his 3rd career pole. We welcome you up to the JB Motorsports commentary box. Alongside me is Megan Birch walking now, Josh T as well. Down in the pits we've got Omi at Race Control, Ian Birch and Jess is watching on in the background. We welcome you to not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 channels. JB Motorsports 1 and 2, Twitch and USRN as well, for the greatest race on the planet, the British Grand Prix. Megan, here we go. It's back home again at Silverstone. Welcome to the British Grand Prix.
It is back home. I'm just going to have to flip this, so I'm going to use the back of this page.
Oh, fair dues. What do you think is going to happen? A crazy British Grand Prix? What are you expecting?
Quite possibly. No, I'm just going to flip.
Oh, we'll get to that at the end of the season. Just use a new pace. Trust me, it's 58 laps in wet weather conditions. You're going to need it.
Okay.
JT, what are you expecting? As welcome up to the box as well. All hell to break loose. 3 British riders on the front row of the grid. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everyone. Back again for the British Grand Prix. And what a good one it is expected to be. Cars are having their tyre wrap.
Yeah, what tyre have they gone on?
Blankets taken off and getting ready. And it's, and it's less than a minute to go, and it's expecting to be a good one.
Ian Birch is at Race Control. I think he's got an earpiece in. If he can connect his microphone and say hello, I'll say hello back for the British Grand Prix. I'll wait for him to plug in as we get the countdown for the formation lap. I think he might, I don't know if he's busy or not. We'll see what he's doing. But he is here.
No idea.
He is here, so all he's got to do is plug back in. Ready for the formation lap? Let's check in with Omi. Omi, what are you ahead of the British Grand Prix?
Yes, hello. The British Grand Prix seems like it's going to be a really, really exciting one. Russell, Hamilton, Norris, all chasing victory. Verstappen also trying to go back to that top step. It is a wide open British Grand Prix. It could really go to anyone, and there's some cars out of position. They will be trying to make their way through.
We're all set then for what hopefully is going to be a very interesting race. Is Dad in the box? Is Megan in here? Is she in the call? Discord.
He's on mute.
Ah, right, okay. I'll go fix that. Jess, can you talk us through the strategy guides and on the parade lap?
I thought that was Megan's job. I need to actually find the image. I got a bit off guard. So we got starting on soft 18 to 24 laps, 1 stopper, or you can start on the softs and go on to hards, 16 to 22 laps. Where we got a 1 stopper on the mediums, pit onto softs on lap 30 to 36, or 1 stopper laps 24 to 30 from the mediums, and then go on to the hard tyres. I got caught off guard there.
Sorry, cheers, Jess. Ian Birch is there. I forgot to unmute him. So, hello, Dad. How are you doing?
I have never been mute before. I have been muted.
Have to talk a bit louder.
What do you want to ask me?
Well, what are you expecting ahead of the British Grand Prix? What are you expecting?
I've got Channel 4.
Oh, look at you.
Well, I feel like that I'm Grandad Trotter now, because I've got Sky over there and Channel 4 there. You know.
Oh yeah, it's on Channel 4 as well.
I'm watching 2 tellies at the moment.
Yeah, just him to get all the look
Anyway,
as well. Go on.
it's amazing, you know, that the majority of the time, Channel 4 are using the same pictures, but every so often they don't. They choose a feed, you know. It's really good. I've never noticed this before. Do you want to know who I think will win?
Yes, go on. Who's your pick a winner?
Who?
You're all thinking Lewis, aren't you?
No.
I think this week, I think it'll be Lando.
Oh.
Ooh,
As
same
long as
here.
he's-
That's what I'd gone for.
him and Max
That's
don't
what
go
I'd
to
gone
the-
for.
Yeah, I mean, Max could take him off at the first corner, but you know, but I've got a feeling that the 2 Mercedes are determined to try and, you know, keep them behind them. Gasly's gone into the pits with an issue.
Here's an issue.
No!
Gasly, he's just changed the power unit, so he's going to start the race from the pit lane. Cars are lined up on the grid then. There goes Sergio Perez, ready to go. 52 laps, 2 hours, whatever comes first for the greatest spectacle in Formula One, the British Grand Prix. All set. 18 cars on the grid, 2 in the pits. It only comes round once a year. Enjoy it. The British Grand Prix at Silverstone always gives us drama. And it begins with 1, 2, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Action at Silverstone, and the 3 British driver gets away well. Russell cuts off Hamilton. Max Verstappen's going to back off. Status quo into turn 1. Look further back. No cars upside down this time round. And look at Piastri coming back the outside of Max Verstappen. The 3 Brits are going to do drama though, as Hamilton and Norris nearly come together. Max round the outside of Lando. He's going after Lewis Hamilton as we come through the loop into Aintree, down the Wellington Straight. And Russell leads. Hamilton second. Max Verstappen though, even without the DRS, has got so much more speed, but can't get ahead. Norris down to 4th, Max up to 3rd. Russell leads, Hamilton second as we come through Luffield for the first time. Max goes wide, so does Lando. Oscar tries the inside line, not going to work out. Through Woodcote and now down towards Cobb's Corner. Russell leads, Hamilton, Verstappen, Norris, Piastri in the top 5, and now it just starts to calm down. Piastri has again looked behind Norris but can't get through. Bottas having gone Ricardo on the inside gets through, up into 14th on Zhou. Bottas down to 18th. Gasly's not started, Perez has.
Right, so that was a very good overtake there from Max on the McLarens, but why hasn't Gasly started yet?
That technical problem must have really cost him. He's possibly out of this race. We'll wait for information to come through, and he's at pit exit. He's out. Gasly, I believe, he's not at pit exit. Gasly's still in the pit lane. He's going to go a lap down, as the Williams is going to make a bit of battle there as well. Hang a minute, Albon's dropped down into 13th place. Was that Sargent going through? Now it's Albon passing Sargent, so bad start from Albon, great start from Sargent JT as we complete lap 1 without a red flag. We're on to lap 2. Higher Singlerzanger.
Yeah, absolutely. As well, just had a look on the race control documents, and Max Verstappen on the reconnaissance laps sped 3 times, so just fines there for the Red Bull team, but 3 times on the reconnaissance laps. That's a lot.
It is a lot, and usually that would trigger a penalty. It hasn't done so in this case. Russell continues to lead the British Grand Prix. Hamilton's in second. Now, we've got track temperature 33 degrees, air temperature 16.2, 61% humidity, pressure at 991.9 M-bar. No rain at the moment, but that M-bar's really rising high. If it gets over 1,000 and the humidity drops, we've got a chance of the rain coming in. Into Maggotts and Beckett's riding with Lando Norris. Now, everyone on medium tyres, but as Jess said, softs for Zhou and Ocon, hards for Perez. Everyone else on new medium tyres, so that's going to take a while to close in at the start. And Hamilton, rain potentially in 25 minutes' time. So the British Grand Prix is box office. Go on.
Yeah, just before the start of the race, over towards the M1 area, you know, towards that direction, there was a massive rain cloud, and you could actually see the rain coming down on the TV screens. So I think he's right.
So that rain is coming in then. Okay, so we'll keep it out. Turn 3 involving Hulkenberg, noted for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. He started 6th and dropped down to 9th. What advantage he gained there, I'm not too sure. He's attacking Charles Leclerc, who's made his place up from 11th to 8th. Great start from him. We'll see the replay in a moment. Let Megan have a conversation to go through. But JT, the one big advantage here for Verstappen is he can't afford to let the Mercedes eke away like the 2 McLarens did last year, especially if that rain's coming in. But Russell Hamilton, we've got 2 seconds ahead of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Verstappen is 2.296 seconds back at the last timing beam from Russell, and Russell has got a 1 second gap from Hamilton, so no DRS for Hamilton on Russell currently, just outside of that, but they would use that DRS in advantage to help get away from Verstappen. Let's hear from Sargent.
Right, so that's why we've got Alex dropping down into 12th position. Bodywork damage. So who hit him at the start? We did see some kerfuffle down at Village at turn 3, further back. If he got caught up with that, he has dropped 3 places.
Who was next to him?
Oh, he was 9th on the grid, so Megan's got her stat book coming out. Down for Silverstone, 2 more. Well, that's Hungary. You've written it in Hungary, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, well done. We have to transfer that. Megan's written the starting grid for Hungary as the starting grid for Silverstone. Do that later. Where did he start? So, yeah, we had Albon, Alonso, Leclerc, Sargent. Well, Sargent dropped back too, so we'll keep an eye on what's going on there.
Just going to redo this.
Fine, we've got time.
I'll tip X the other bit later.
Jess, what did you make of the start down there watching? As I know you've got a 2-hour break, but what did you make of the start at least?
Well, I was a bit disappointed about Hulkenberg dropping down a few places, so the Albon, but Tsunoda's 1 place off the points, so Tsunoda's had a brilliant start as well. Sainz gained a few places as well, looking great for him. I have to say, good job, Mercedes. Noise radio.
More shower that might appear on lap 6, but it might just affect turn 15. We'll keep you updated.
Turn 15, that is down at Stowe.
Stowe.
Oh, Dad, do you remember MotoGP when it hit Stowe a couple of years ago and everyone went flying off the track? It's not a nice part to be at.
It's straight.
Nearly as bad as where the team shop was. And there's the rain there.
Yeah.
Can you see above?
I can.
Above the new grandstand.
So it is raining massively now as well, so this is just going to be a lot of fun, isn't it? Everyone keep an eye out for the rain that's going to fly in. And the rain here, here's the race start though, Megan, talk us through it.
Right, so I'm going to focus on the Williams right now. See, because you already talked us through the front getaway. Right, so who hits Albon?
Well, Stroll and Alonso are there. There goes Leclerc through.
It was clean up till
turn
here.
3. This is where the kerfuffle starts. I'm watching. It must be. Oh, no, Leclerc's
No one.
There.
That's where the leaving and track and gaining an advantage
was. It was one of the RBs.
Well, we're right.
I couldn't quite see because you put your hand in front of it. I could see.
I believe it was I think it was Fernando Alonso.
One of the RBs.
It was a bluish or greenish hint.
It was
one of them.
I think it was Ricardo. Working right. This is Max.
Yeah, I thought it was Ricardo.
Yeah, would explain if it was Ricardo because he's dropped a couple of places in the start here. He moved up at the start, then he's gone back to 15th.
Chris Penland.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've rewound it. It was one of the Aston Martins coming across the track, and it hit the Williams into the other Williams.
It would have been Fernando Alonso because Stroll was already ahead of Albon.
Well, hang on, let's have a look.
Albon started behind Stroll.
It's really hard to tell from the angles here. Rumble with Joe. We can't see the number. There goes the kamikaze-ing Albon.
It'll be Fernando.
Yeah, I think it is Fernando. I can't tell through the helmet. We can't see clear enough.
Fernando is in the vicinity of Albon, and he also started literally right next to him, so it was quite easy. Stroll got a good getaway.
For Hulkenberg.
Expected the increased rain around lap 16.
So increased rain at lap 16 of the British Grand Prix, and you can see it flying over now, coming from that whole back angle of where Stowe and turn 1 is as well. It all lugers back. Actually, it's coming, if you want technical, from Stowe School, blowing up from that angle as well. and it's a big rain cloud coming over the circuit, and that is heavy. And with JT and Omi especially, we saw it this morning in the Porsche Super Cup, how quickly it can change in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
We left F2, and by the time we got to Porsches, it was soaking, and it really was bad, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
It definitely was bad. Of course, it was Porsches, and we still weren't able to get racing. So yeah, definitely bad indeed. But yeah, it can come really quickly, the rain here at Silverstone. So the teams definitely do have to be prepared and ready.
I mean, I'm sure Dad remembers 2013, on the way back from Wembley, we stopped off at Silverstone services, and how quickly we entered the rain. It was like literally going from dry to wet, like you just stepped through a doorway, wasn't it? Don't know if you might remember that. Jack was driving.
Hello?
Hello, yeah, we can hear you.
I
Do
want
you remember that?
Jack was driving.
I want there.
Jack was driving, and you demanded to stop at the services.
Well, who wouldn't? We got a burger as well.
It's British weather for you.
Side by side, here comes. This is Leclerc trying to get out of Lance Stroll. So pass at your own convenience. And it was Fernando Alonso. I can confirm that because Stroll today, he's been flicking between his black helmet and his white helmet. His race helmet is white. So it was Fernando Alonso who made the contact at the start of the race. And as Jess said, by the way, no further investigation for Hulkenberg as well. We'll run you through. It's lap 7 of 52 for those of you on USON. With the rain coming in a few minutes' time, this is how the race is running. Russell leads by 1.6 seconds to Hamilton. Verstappen is third, Norris fourth, Piastri fifth, Sainz sixth, Stroll seventh, Leclerc eighth, Hulkenberg ninth, and Alonso is in 10th. Tsunoda's 11th with Albon 12th, Sargent 13th, Zhou's 14th, Ricciardo 15th, just ahead of Magnussen is past Ocon as well for 16th and 17th. Perez is 18th, Bottas 19th, and out of the race is Pierre Gasly. Emilia Clarke is there as well.
The mother of dragons.
I thought you might like that by pointing.
Yes, I saw her. She's in the McLaren garage too. It's like, for those that don't know, I love Game of Thrones and I love House of the Dragon, and House of the Dragon's the reason why I am literally going to be staying up until 3 o'clock tonight, because it's on UK time at 2 a.m. Monday. So,
well, if it helps Megan, I'll probably still be awake thanks to, the dreaded NASCAR at Chicago that always ends up on time. Remember last year's? Yeah, it was a long race last year as well when I was watching it. JT was commentating on it with Matthew. We're going to be linking up again with USON later on tonight for that one. We're on IndyCar as well. In fact, we're on USON all day if you want to stay with us.
We're not, Josh. Check her Discord DMs.
Oh, right, we're not. Okay.
I can't believe Khaleesi is at the track.
It'll be me and Jack in the box then, and Josh T acting as pit reporter when he's not shouting from turns 2 to 6.
For those that don't watch Game of Thrones, Khaleesi is Dothraki for basically Queen. Or, leader.
I can see that rain coming down on the camera. This is one advantage for having 4K TV pictures. For you can actually see the rain actually coming down. Let's have a replay. This is Danny Ricciardo, and this is how we got ahead of Zhou Guan Yu. So it's coming out of the loop into Aintree. It'll be a DRS move as well, Megan.
Will be, and where does he go? He decides to go around the outside, it seems, of Zhou. Very nicely done. He's still got it with the overtakes.
Here's K-Mag. This is him getting ahead of... Well,
he let him through.
Well, is that on Zhou, or because he's just passed him again?
It wasn't Zhou.
That's Esteban Ocon.
Yeah.
Ocon's dropped down to 18th.
He did not get a good getaway.
So double points in the last 3 races for what do we call it? Alpine, Renault, whatever it is. Flavio Briatore's
Alpine.
Yeah, Flavio Briatore's new pension.
The entire French team.
Yeah, the French basically. After having done points, as soon as we hit Silverstone, they're back to what they were a couple of races ago, just out of the points, 19th and 20th. Gasly's, by the way, is out of this race. Gasly is officially a DNF.
Oh my.
It's just flashed up on the timing screen to change to greyed out, so he never even started. Gasly is officially out of the British Grand Prix. He never actually started. Right, Fossil says, hello amigos, full day of great racing. Chicago street race was a delight. Today should not disappoint either. Wish you all the best. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Wish you the best too. Waiting 10.
Also, that Hulkenberg thing, no further action.
That's 3 of us have said that.
Oh, have we? We're not listening to each other.
Chris Metland, I've just received a DM.
Ooh.
Ready for this? Not from Chris Metland. From one of the media people. Oh. Yeah, from the pit lane. She's looked at the radar. I was giving it away. There is 20 minutes. There's about 10 minutes of light rain. Oh, here you go.
For 10 minutes.
How much rain?
Yeah,
We got it before you.
Well, rain expected in 7 laps for 10 minutes, but after that, really heavy rain that will red flag the race level.
Oh, that means it's going to rain here later.
So a lot of rain
Like
is
Zandvoort.
predicted. Yeah, like Zandvoort. A lot of rain dumped on the track quite quickly. So expect a red flag for rain in about 10 laps time.
It is
And expect it to come back.
7 minutes ago. It was raining in Bedford. That's from Matt White.
Not in Bedford. Look, there it is. There's that radar that I got text. Look, there's small rain, and then just behind it, really big rain. So, if you remember Malaysia, it's going to be worse than Malaysia, because it's not going to be come down and then that's it. It's going to come down all in one.
Not Malaysia.
Yeah. So, we are in for
All
monsoon.
Hancock fans, it's not raining in Tokyo.
Dad, how much has that stick got left? Because it is a 2-hour race inside a 3-hour window. So the race started at 3, which means it will end
I
at
don't know.
6. Started at 1:30. There is enough room on that
I
stick.
don't know. How can I know from here?
What do you mean? You've got monitors.
Well, I don't know how long it's got left.
Did
got
you?
like hours left.
Is it a fresh stick?
Shouldn't you be commentating on this?
Oh well, nothing's going to happen for
And
7
the
laps.
two McLarens are going.
This is why we miss him in the
Hello.
commentary. We're here. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, we're here.
Hello.
We're here.
Why aren't you commentating?
Hello.
We're not.
There's an onboard now with Lando Norris.
You can.
Wouldn't it be great to have a camera in his helmet this weekend?
Yeah.
We do have those.
Can you hear us? You can hear us, can't you, Dad? Thank God for that.
I can hear you. I just want to know why you're not actually commentating on the race.
Well,
and why are they concentrating so much on the McLarens instead of things? There's the rain coming from the distance.
Oh,
that is
middle
heavy
bit.
rain. That centre bit is heavy rain.
You can see it.
It is coming.
Do you know, what have I done? Have I been given like an early Christmas present?
Yes.
British Grand Prix, rain. It's like they want drama.
Would you accept this as a Christmas present?
Don't you get started.
I'll tell you now, it's not just an early Christmas present, it's your only Christmas present.
Ta-da!
Oh, thanks. You got rain. You got me rain. Unbelievable.
And lots of it.
I can only imagine as well. Tell you what,
As
though.
much as you can get in the book.
Get your ponchos on.
We're going to get you rain sticks.
Oh, thanks. We need that woman from Thailand in MotoGP just to do the rain dance down the pit lane as well.
Except the reverse.
She was incredible. Here's
She
Lando
was.
Norris's radio.
And Lando, when the rain comes, it's going to be a racing decision of when is the right conditions to take it, so we'll keep it simple.
Well, I'll tell you when the right decision is. When it rains, you box. As Ted Kravitz said yesterday to Martin Brundle as well. Ken Tyrrell, and I have checked this, he did say it. When it's dry, you race with dries. When it's wet, you race with wets. It's as simple as that. Until Ayrton Senna came in, and when he...
Well, it's not quite as simple as that, is it?
Yeah.
It's not quite as simple as that because of the fact that if you've got a drying track,
Yeah.
you stay out on the wets longer.
Oh, 2 seconds,
Verstappen
Dad.
See
radio.
when it comes, what it looks like, and react accordingly.
Expect the rain to last around 5 minutes, then there'll be a window of 10 minutes for a longer cell. And that cell is going to be the heavier one. So we're going to get the
There
light
it
rain,
is.
we're going to get the light rain, and then we're going to get the really heavy rain.
Let's check Silverstone weather. I mean, we don't know what it's going to
Also,
be.
because of the tyre temperatures, when it does start to rain, it's first of all it'll make the track a bit sticky, like it did on the formation lap today.
Yeah.
You know, it was 3 of the drivers reported that they felt the track was a bit slidey and a bit slippy. And, you know, it makes it just so that you can't drive at the maximum. And what you've got to do is you've got to judge it just right to go in the pits before anyone else. Who's the first to jump? Then when the first one jumps, they all jump, don't they? And you can look at Lando the other year. He didn't go in the pits at the right time and lost the Grand Prix. Was it Italy?
Russia. That Russia,
yeah. The rain came down, and he was told it would last only 5 minutes, and he thought he could last it out, and he couldn't, and he lost the race.
If I was Lando, I'd fix that mistake and
Thank
come
you.
in now. Yeah, thank you, Dad. Megan's got the weather radar in, and it's moderate rain, but very heavy in terms of decibel.
Let me just tell you all something. On the weather app, when it says moderate rain, it's not just like, oh, it's just raining a bit. It is like downpour. The heavy rain is like, I think it's based for like hurricane level.
Yeah.
But moderate is heavy.
So we are really going to be up the creek without a paddle shortly as well. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. I've lost 2 monitors up here in the commentary box already through FOM systems.
Here's another one.
FOM systems are starting to get a little bit of interference. Thank you.
I mean, I think this does actually have Sky Sports on.
Well, if you want to get the race control apps on there,
It does.
Oh, good. Go get the race control apps. Into the pit lane, though.
Here.
Joe.
That's dries. That's mediums.
That's a bad call. And he started the race on 12 lap on soft, so I suppose he does have to pit because he's not going to have the... Well, he's not going to have the speed, is he? He's not going to have the tyres, but... I'm very surprised about that. Why not wait? The rain's coming in like 3 laps. Crawl around, or at least box for inters. You do 2 laps and box for inters. You know this rain's coming. It's not going to blow over. This rain is coming, and heavy rain is also coming as well. You're not going to get around it. You can't hide. This is ridiculous stuff. Look at that. It's raining over now at the back of the circuit. Jess, you've been to Silver. On 2 seconds as finally Charles Leclerc goes to the inside line at Stowe and gets ahead of Lance Stroll. So that's Leclerc up to 7th, Stroll down to 8th as well. I'll get back to my point. There's a few raindrops in the camera lens. Jess, you were at Silverstone last year. You experienced this random change of weather, and you work at Silverstone a bit with Formula students. So how much do we have to keep an eye on the clouds, and how trustworthy are these radars that come in?
Well, I wasn't paying attention to the radars when I was there, but once it starts raining, it starts raining quite heavily as well. So Ted Kravitz was not wrong when they're advising drivers come into the pit as soon as it rains, because it just rains quite heavily. Because as soon as I see one raindrop that go in the grandstand, we get our ponchos on. That's how quick it is.
Yeah, so
and there's already ponchos on trackside apparently, according to some people on X.
Yeah, I can see
I saw some umbrellas being put up on the exit of Luffield.
Dad?
Yesterday the rain came very quickly, didn't it?
Yeah.
During the one of the F2 races. Or was it the F3?
It was the F2.
Yeah, it does come down pretty heavily at the moment at this.
Bolly's going
because
up.
It's the air temperature, isn't it? It's the cold air meeting the hot air.
Yeah.
I was commentating in Formula Student in the rain in the National Pit Straight outside.
Comes down massively here as well.
Outside.
I'm seeing.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not even watching
The only
the
other
Grand Prix.
thing you can say is,
Go on.
right, the radar is important if you're flying,
Yeah.
right? But if you're on the ground,
Also,
it can be raining on one side of the street and not the other.
You can see the rain. It's coming. It's raining. It's raining. Russell wants to be told what's happening because it is raining now in the first sector. So yeah, like I wasn't even looking at the drivers. Yeah, Verstappen and Norris are 0.6 of a second the gap at the moment, but there was a lot of umbrellas getting put up. Down the back straight we go. Now, is Norris going to have a go at Verstappen here? It would make military sense to get ahead and have a go, because then it's in Max's mind that he can get ahead. These are the two leading the World Championship. Max leads by so many points, and how poetic. It's going to be England versus the Netherlands in the Euros on Wednesday. It's the Netherlands versus England right now for 3rd place in the British Grand Prix, and a crucial moment in the World Championship as we come through Copse Corner, down to Maggott and Beckett, and this is where the rain is, and it is now apparently starting to get heavier on the track, I'm being told. So it is getting heavier. Well, if I was the race leaders, I would seriously be considering, because how quickly it comes down. We saw even the Porsches. We saw even in the F3 race, it was dry, and then left the pit lane. It just rained. Lando's going to have a go.
Lando's going for the move, Josh.
Lando on the inside line, and he's up into 3rd position. Listen to the British crowd. They are cheering like never before. The weather may be playing up, but that is the first genuine overtake we've seen of the year between the two championship protagonists. And Lando Norris makes it a British 1-2-3 again at Silverstone.
that was so simple for him, and he's already gained, like, he's already gained 7/10.
Yeah, let's have a look at it. So he's got the DRS, but he had a better exit out of Chapel, down the hangar straight. Max doesn't even really want to go defensive. He just lets Lando through.
He's having a word talking to him.
Unless Max has got a problem we don't know about, because that was super, super easy.
I think it's because of everything.
I'll tell you what else it could be. Josh?
Yeah?
Josh?
Yes, I'm here, go on.
I can tell you what else it could be. It's the fact that if the rain's coming and it's going to be heavy, right, and don't need to save your tyres anymore.
Yeah.
So as soon as you get them up to temperature and your battery up to temperature, to the right level, right, then you might as well get in front of Verstappen, if you can, before you go to have to put wets on.
It's going to happen soon.
And here
I
we
don't
go.
think intermediates or wets are needed.
No.
Is Leclerc boxing?
No. It's been told for heavy rain now as we come down the hangar straight. I'm trying to look around. I can't see many things going on. It's raining! It's raining! It's raining! I'm looking to the top right of my screen, and there goes the jackets, there goes the ponchos, there goes the umbrellas. It's raining at Silverstone. Now, this is going to completely change the British Grand Prix in terms of how quickly this rain comes down and how fast the drivers react to it. There was a spark there from Lando Norris's front wing as he came through Vale. I think he caught the inside of the wing on one of the MotoGP spark curbs and lit it up. But it is raining at Turn 1 as well. All the British fans, the best weather radar in the world, on go the coats.
I've decided to do a new thing.
Rain,
What was it like that day?
Here comes Magnussen, and he pulls round the outside for a sweet move on Ricciardo, round the outside into Brooklands. Wow. Oh, ding dong. There, look, Omi, look. There's the Formula 3 team leaving, as I said, over the bridge.
Yeah, indeed.
We talked about that this morning, during the red flags as well. They all just leave during the Grand Prix.
We did.
One thing Britons are good at is knowing the weather, the wet weather. The Brits, anyway.
Sargent's had his lap time deleted. No front wing damage for Norris. He just clipped it. It was like a spark, like striking a match.
We see so much.
Norris could still win this.
He's closing the gap to Hamilton as well, isn't he? He's turned 2.9 now. We're riding with Piastri. He's closing on Verstappen. Is this now when we see Red Bull and Max Verstappen start to have a little bit of a maybe we're not so good in here? Because look at Piastri. He's going to go for it. He's got such a run. And he's through. Oscar Piastri makes his mince meat as it's really raining now at Stowe. Piastri? Wow. Oh, JT, what's going on here? Max has just been passed twice in the same race.
By the same team.
Yeah, absolutely. LED boards from the FIA are showing spots of rain, and here we go again. And in towards turn 1. Abby, let's hear from Verstappen.
The target would be to try to survive this pocket of rain, Max, if you can.
And George...
All if conditions worsen too much.
And George Russell has now made a mistake.
Watch Hamilton.
Yeah, Russell's made a mistake. Hamilton is now right within DRS, and Hamilton goes in lane. She's going to be British battle. Now, future team leader, convert to 8-time British Grand Prix winner, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell doing battle for the lead of a Grand Prix. We haven't seen this match in their career. Down through Woodcote towards Cobbs Corner. Is Lewis going to make what he did 2 years ago right? No.
I've just seen Joe's radio message. She says, "Oh, I love it."
Yeah,
because of the rain.
Joe is in 19th. If he boxes, he could be really good. There's the sparks flying for the aluminium bricks as well. The two megs on fire, says Winchester as well. 1-2 since lap 1. They really are. Nice to see you. And Lewis Hamilton's going to do what Nigel Mansell did to Nelson Piquet in 1986, and what he did to Rosberg, and then what he did also to Kovalainen, and get ahead into Stowe. The British fans erupt. Lewis Hamilton leads the British Grand Prix at Silverstone.
Can you hear the crowd?
Listen to the roar.
George did not throw a fight there.
Wow.
Getting pretty slippery out there, though.
I think George
And
does
it's
not
still-
want to take his teammate
it's still
out.
not ready for Intez.
It's this crossover. Look, there's no Russell Hamilton are off. It's two-way up. I was about to say, there's too much water. You're seeing normal lines. Here comes the two McLarens. Lando Norris is going to get Russell. Can he take Hamilton as well?
Piastri's off.
The only one who took that perfectly was Lando.
And Norris takes second. Here comes Max. Max is off too. Max goes wide. The rain's opening up. It's all hell.
I love how Lando was the only one of those to make it.
Brady's now third.
Yeah, they both rejoined very unsafely.
Of course it did, Lando. Of course it did.
Just like
low
pointing it out.
grip conditions now for race control as well being indicated. So if it's raining hard there, it's going to be raining hard.
DRS disabled.
So it is now time to change.
Yeah,
Now's
but the problem is that it's not raining as hard at other parts of the circuit.
Yeah, it's dry.
So you can't just change your tyres.
It's dry at Cops. Oh, now look at the rain at Maggotts and Beckett's. They're going to be so careful now. And Norris twitches through Beckett. It's really raining. It's hammering it down.
Keep it together, Lando. Keep it together.
Russell's coming in. So's Max. Has Max kept temperature in those tyres as well? That's a question. Max is 3 seconds back. Max has lost 3 seconds. They're all. But now, which Mercedes? What are Mercedes and McLaren going to do? What are they going to do? It's a double stack.
And here it comes.
Anyone box in?
No, Hulkenberg passes Stroll. What are Haas good at?
Lewis is out.
They're all staying out. They have not come in. Wow, this is a surprise. And Lando Norris has kept. Oh, look, box. Leclerc's boxing. And Lando Norris goes to the inside line in Abbey. And Lando Norris takes the lead in the British Grand Prix. Listen to the crowd again. And Russell's attacking Hamilton.
Oh, my.
And here comes Piastri. And Max is going so slow. Hamilton goes wide. Piastri goes round the outside.
Oh, come on.
Piastri takes Russell round the outside. Oh, beautiful. But Russell's got the inside. That's too dangerous. Be careful. Oh, Oscar. Round the outside. As into the pit lane for intermediate tyres comes Charles Leclerc. Look at Piastri. He's going to go on Hamilton now for second.
Perez as well.
Well, that's why some Perez, but why Max didn't come in, I don't know. He's 3 seconds back. He's losing track position anyway. So Piastri's coming in now again.
For Leclerc.
Oh, my word.
Tell you what, Perez did actually make quite a good amount of place.
On board with Piastri. Is he going to show Hamilton how it's done at Cops Corner? Hamilton goes defensive. Oh, I thought that would be a masterclass. 2 second stop for Perez there as well.
Jeez. Go to the left, Oscar. Go to the left.
On fire.
Oh, McLaren have really got their
Not
tyres
that far
up.
left.
Ocon 2.2.
There we go.
Lando's off. Lando cut the corner.
He's
Lando
fine.
went off. Lando cut the corner. He went off for Beckett's. And Piastri's on the grass down the Hanger Straight. And Piastri takes second away from Lewis Hamilton and Stowe. But just now they've got to. Are they boxing? No, because the track isn't wet enough. Oh my word! Inters for Leclerc, Perez, and Ocon. It's a McLaren 1-2.
Zoe's coming out in front of the leaders.
There's no track limits for.
Zhou is on. What tyres is Zhou on?
Medium, I think.
They all are.
Inters.
Hamilton.
Luce, we think it's time to jump to Inters. Let us know what you think.
No, it's too
No.
Okay, copy. It's dry in a lot of places.
Those dry areas.
Yeah, that was Martin was talking about. There's Zhou getting out of the way. Max has caught back up. Sainz in there too. Norris did go off the track at Beckett. He went straight on.
There it is. Lap time dilution.
Yeah, he cut the corner. He had a massive snap, middle of Maggotts, and missed out Beckett completely. Went straight on down the Hanger Straight. Zhou getting the blue flag, but he's on intermediates. He'll get this lap back. Max is dropped now. He's 2 seconds back. He's closing back in. But now the rain is stopping, so the track will dry with the track temperature 50.9. But the problem is, the bigger rain's coming in, and that's really where we're going to have it. Sectors 1 and 2 are pretty much okay.
6 seconds from Lando now.
It's this section here. It's Northamptonshire into Buckinghamshire. That's really the problem.
He's losing 2/10 every single sector.
Yeah.
Max is.
Now, look, Norris is 1.5 seconds ahead to Piastri. Now they're calming down a bit. Are those on the yellow flag, sector 17? Track surface is slippery. That's Ocon. Ocon's had an issue down there.
Safety car banned.
Oh my word, this Grand Prix is giving me a heart attack. I can see Lewis. So Lewis take this one all the way now. Well, he's in third, but McLaren's are really having it now. Is it me or is it just getting hotter and hotter in here?
It is. See, the Commonwealth is going strong though when it comes to. I
am rolling up my sleeves into a short sleeve shirt because it's so hot in here. In this commentary box.
It's a Commonwealth 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, brilliant.
Report from Leclerc is saying that it's slower on Inter.
Yellow flag, sector 11. Now that's Perez. Perez is off the track, coming through Cops.
There's rain
Oh,
coming
no.
from Perez.
It's too dry, man. It's too dry.
They're asking Perez.
Yeah, it was too early to go to the intermediates.
Slower.
It's not this rain that you need to worry about. That was a light sprinkle. The heavier rain's coming in.
It's not raining.
They've gone too early.
Yellow flag, sector 17, that's Bottas. Everyone on intermediate tyres is a liability.
They won't need this for another 10 laps.
Yeah, because look, the bigger rain's coming. It's just not coming yet. That was a light sprinkle. Look at the drama it caused.
They can push for mediums for another 10 laps as well, so they should really just wait until the bigger rain comes along.
Replay's coming on. This is Sargent. Look, dry tyres with the rain coming down. That's a nice artsy shot. So it was raining out there. Track surface is slippery in sector 17. And now clear.
This is a replay of Lando's
There is
overtake.
more rain coming in 7 minutes. But the Inters won't last. And that's Lando taking the lead.
He is just finding pace today. The McLarens have both
Ocon boxes.
overtaken the Mercedes and Max way too easily. I'm just going to guess it has something to do with the Mother of Dragons in the pit box. Just giving the extra push.
And off goes your line. Go on, Dad.
I called it.
Norris might pick a winner.
Yeah, go on, Dad.
Yeah, TC's just been saying about the what's going on here is the contact pack, the amount of tyre that is actually gripping the surface. Now we all know that the McLarens are very good at in the last few rain in the dry at gripping the surface, and that's why it's gone reverse. So instead of a Mercedes 1-2, it's now a McLaren 1-2. And we all know that in the last few races, Verstappen and Perez have not been as grippy towards the surface. So they're not as putting as much tyre down as they should do. And that's really what's just happened in a nutshell.
Think about Canada as well. Back then, when it was raining on and off throughout the Grand Prix as well, Lando had the advantage, but it was a safety car that gave the race to Max, and then it started drying out. That gave the Red Bull back their advantage. In wet conditions, that Red Bull's not as strong as the McLaren. And now it turns out as well the Mercedes now they've got it up to pace.
Yeah.
But McLaren have got a car here for the first time since 2008 that is in a good position to actually get some races on.
Almost 9 seconds back, Max is.
Max is 9 seconds back now. Wow. He's 8.6 gap between him and Norris.
And it's increasing.
That's because it's dry.
Does Verstappen have a problem?
I don't know. He changed his floor, so he should be okay. I can't work out what's costing him these issues. DRS is enabled. There we go.
The rain's.
Oh, is that spits again? Oh my God.
We're in the eye of the storm.
No, rain stop.
We're in the eye of the storm.
Yeah, because there's more rain predicted soon. Magnussen passes Sargent as well. So after all that drama, if you're listening to us on USON, it's lap 24 of 52. It's 29 laps to go, and it's Norris leading from Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, Verstappen the top 5, as well with Sainz 6th, Hülkenberg is 7th, Alonso 8th, Stroll 9th, Tsunoda has the top 10. Followed down as well by Albon 11th, Magnussen 12th, Sargent's 13th, Ricciardo 14th, Bottas 15th, Leclerc 16th, Perez is in... hang on, there's Norris radio.
It is the beginning of this 30-minute batch of rain, so we just have to find the right time to stop.
Here it comes, and this is the bigger one that I got text about because this is going to be an almighty rainstorm. Almost a red flag level, Megan.
McLaren right about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
25.
So this is now going to start blowing in over the surface. That's Perez, by the way, who's a lap down nearly to the leaders here. To continue down...
Josh.
Go on.
Josh and Josh T. I believe the truck that was going over the bridge was Prima.
Oh!
Martin nursing his injuries.
That bridge is funny. I've been over that bridge. Let me tell you something. It's a weird bridge to go over because it bumps and then it sways in the middle.
Of course, the buses round here are not red, and yet the ones that take you to and from the track are red.
Yeah.
Because it looks good, doesn't it? Because it's a London bus colour.
Yeah. I've been in that very red. But hang on. Is that Perez slow to let the lap leaders do? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Go on.
The Prima thing has just reminded me of Prima Pramac, and it's just thought of Martin nursing his injuries.
Yeah, that bridge sways in the middle if there's too much weight on it as well, so it sort of counterbalances itself. It's quite nice. But I've been on that red London bus to be taken to circuit.
It is a weird bit.
Yeah, it is weird. I was handing my earphones in, and I was led into the paddock for the World Endurance Championship race there. 25 and 52. We're nearly halfway in this British Grand Prix, by the way, and all hell's about to break loose, so don't think we're out of it yet. As a wide Ferrari there. That's Leclerc being lapped. He stayed on the Inter, same as Checo. But they'll be having the last laugh soon if the tyres aren't dead, because that rain's coming in.
Oh, and off we go.
Off! That's the rain! that's Leclerc!
Yep.
That's at Chapel, and now here comes the rain again, and you can see it's starting to come down.
And he's on Inters.
Yeah, his tyres are basically chewed up chewing gum.
Oh, look! The Red Bulls, they're next to each other, but they're not.
And Sainz is having a better run here, and Sainz might have a go at Max.
Come on, Sainz.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled. It's raining heavier again.
Come on, Sainz, you can do it. You can do it.
Heavy rain on the way. 2 laps of dry lessons up right, Fossil. You're absolutely right. Here comes the rain.
This is a good place to get him, Sainz.
He's going to go to the inside line, trying to get a Max.
It's too early for Inters, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, it's too early for Inters. Can't go yet. Can't go over it at the moment.
Another 6 laps and you can go on to Inters.
Ah, maybe less than that. That rain's picking up quite quickly, actually. It's properly raining again, and the pace drops by 3 seconds. Verstappen is 7 seconds back. So now the last lap time is 3 seconds slower as we come towards halfway. We are halfway now in the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Norris leads Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, Verstappen the top 5. But Sainz snaps and nearly goes off at Brooklands. It's raining in this section now too. Just keeps it on. Max snapping too. Norris is coming out towards Copse Corner. Piastri's there too. This is usually a big snapping point. I'm watching the driver tracker more than anything else as well. I want to make sure they're all getting through okay. This is just the.
That is exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, Piastri's closed in massively on Lando. Piastri's now 6 tenths back. Lando's had a moment. Lando's had a moment, not seen by us in the camera lens, but Lando has had a moment coming through Maggots and Beckett's. There they are.
Gosh, I think this is time for Inters.
Yeah, now who's going to box? Surely they should come in now. They're not. Well, it's a McLaren 1-2.
Whoever's nearest it, go in first.
Well, I'm having a look at him. I've got Lando's onboard on as well. He had a, let's have a look.
Max is saying braking is harder and harder.
He had a massive snap at the entry to Maggots. Box for Max.
Verstappen bot.
Now that's a brave call. That's V's
So is Sainz.
So they're all coming in now for a wet weather tyres. Have the front 4 cost it too late. Well, this is the big turnaround. Lando is sliding around like crazy out there as well. Look at the driver. He's having to fight for control so much on the onboard cameras. Piastri's there too.
Stroll in.
They're all diving in. Every single one of them is diving in right now for the British Grand Prix. And Piastri's going to try and take the lead. Now Max is going to be so much faster. Max has not lost that much time. 2.9 second stop for Sainz. Hulk Verstappen, Sainz, Hulkenberg, Stroll, all boxing for intermediate tyres.
Ricardo in.
And Max is going to take the lead here because he's just exiting the pit lane. These guys are already down at Luffield. 4.2 seconds.
You've also got to remember that Leclerc, Perez, and Zhang Zhou are all on intermediates already.
Oh, and it's slowing. Melando's really having problems. It's really coming down now here. We can't see it that much. If you're wondering why it doesn't look like it's heavy rain, that's because the intermediate tyres kick up the water. The slicks don't. So there's no spray with slick tyres. Track surface slippery on pit entry. Bottas has cut the corner as well. At Copse Corner, Ricardo in. Bottas in as well. Stroll exit pit lane. So is Hulkenberg. They're all boxing for intermediate tyres. And now both teams should double stack. Because they're going to lose too much time.
Norris in.
Norris is in. Is Piastri going to live round? Piastri goes round again. Hamilton's in.
Mercedes are double stacking.
They're boxing their first drivers, so then their second drivers can give back the positions.
But Mercedes are double stacking, so Norris pits, but Piastri's going to stay out there for another lap. That should have been a double stack.
Piastri doesn't lose more time by staying out.
They've miscalled it.
Piastri doesn't lose more time by staying out.
Max is 7 seconds allowed faster in the middle sector. So what's the point?
Piastri is staying out because he can still control the conditions with his car for another lap or two. Because he said that he doesn't need Inters just yet.
3.1 second stop for Hamilton. What was Russell's? Waiting. 3.3.
Oh, not good. Verstappen's going to be ahead.
Well, where's Max? I can't see him on the driver tracker. Max is coming across the line. Lando Norris still leads the British Grand Prix. Lando's...
Verstappen's only got ahead of Russell.
Leclerc has inherited the... Look, Leclerc's lap down. Who's ahead? Norris, Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell. So, yeah, Norris still has the net lead of this British Grand Prix. The gamble didn't work out for Max.
Max is now 18
Russell's
seconds
looking
down.
so much better in the inters, though. Look at that.
Yeah, and
there he goes.
Is that Perez being lapped again?
Oh, that's Perez.
Yeah, because here's Max now.
Oh, what happened to Albon's pit stop?
But isn't Perez on the inters? Yeah, Perez on 7 lap on inters. So everyone who boxed earlier on in the race for intermediate tyres, they're useless now.
No, wait, that was Hamilton. That was Hamilton that lapped Perez.
Yeah,
it was
but Max
Hamilton.
is doing it now too. Megan.
Box for Piastri, but also, did anyone see Albon's pit stop? Why was he in there for 9 seconds?
Must have changed some of the front wing that had damaged in the first half of the race. I would have
thought they would have done that at like the start.
Well, this is screwed.
Yes, he lost so much time.
It's screwed Piastri. They should have double stacked.
Stappen.
Slicks. Great call for the Inter. Come on, we're back in the race. They are
indeed. They're not back in the race. They're in no way back in the race. They're so far down compared to Norris still.
I mean, it doesn't change the fact. There goes Piastri.
They're talking compared to Mercedes.
Piastri effectively lost an entire lap there. That was a bad call from McLaren. It should have been a double stack.
Keep control.
Leclerc follows Piastri in.
McLaren do have the world record for pit stop here. Why isn't it? Look, this is how tricky it is. Sector 3, it's Inter. It's really wet at Cops, but it's dry the rest of the lap. So it's really hard to tell.
And it's wet, yeah.
And now it's moving into again, so the rain's coming in.
3.5 Piastri.
What's Leclerc's stop? Just behind, 2.6. And it's really raining now, so now it comes a question of when do the Inters become a liability and we need the full wet weather tyres. Because look at the size of the rain now at the loop. It is, it's effectively, just turn the shower on.
Tyre.
Okay, this is our time.
And
Lewis wants to go and catch him. It's hammer time over there. But Lewis is struggling on the intermediates, coming through Laffield as well. They have not got the traction.
Piastri's come out behind Sainz.
Oh, well, this race is just going nuts. Norris leads, Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell, Sainz, the top 5, Piastri, Hülkenberg, Stroll, Alonso, Tsunoda, the top 10, Albon, Magnussen, Sargent, Ricciardo, Bottas, Perez, Leclerc, Ocon, Gasly, Zhou, out of the race, not even starting was Pierre Gasly.
Keep control.
Lando's fine up ahead. Well, to be fair, Lando's barely got traction as well. I've got to think, rain will last until lap 40. That's another 10 laps. But is it this level of rain or is it going to get worse? Because we're seeing a lot heavier start to come in. 10 laps on these tires will be fine, but then you've got to go longer. Inters can do 24 laps. We've got 24 laps left. So this might be an Inter race to the end of the race, yeah. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, out the window of the commentary boxes, DC is saying that it's clear blue skies.
Oh, great.
So maybe that rain has passed.
Oh, right. So it's still raining the first sector, but you can see that blue sky. I hope it has, because the last thing we want is cars flying off here.
Perez has pitted again.
Well, this is for a new set of Inters then. Perez is pitted for a second. Well, hang on, this is odd. Perez is pitted for new sets.
From hell.
Yeah, it's really, well, Perez, weekend from hell once again. Yeah, look, Dad's right. Look, it's sunny. It's sunny at Brooklands.
So is Zhou.
Well,
just watch Liam also go to Red Bull next year.
Why was Zhou only on 7 laps? And
well, apparently at Brooklands it's 17 degrees, according to Siri. Thank you, Siri. Didn't ask, but thank you.
What was going through? Oh wait, what the?
We're trying to catch up with the timing screen here, but it's changing every second, as you can see. Rain ending in 15 minutes.
Why are people boxing for intermediates for a second time, even though they've only done like 7 to
Because they
9
were
laps?
dry laps. They've killed the intermediates because they put them on when it was dry. So look. Can you see? Look at the rear right. It's worn. So they've had to put on a new stop. That's why Perez's stop was so long. The rear right got stuck.
What if a similar thing happened to Albon?
Probably did as well. Now it looks like the rain is stopping, but it's heavier in certain parts.
It's not going to stop.
So it's not the heavy downpour that we were expecting, which is good news. Well, we were hitting red flag level, weren't we?
There's a points now.
Oh, but it is now starting to get a bit heavy on the start straight here. Now it's Inter for most of the lap, but it's dry at Brooklands. So the Brooklands is dry. Rest of the track is wet. into conditions.
At least most of it's Inter.
Bring it on.
Oh my God, this race. Verstappen radio.
About in front. Tyres are taking a lot. Copy that, Max.
Yeah. So what tyre do you put on?
I like Megan's. Woohoo!
Grass silver line.
Surely it's softs then. You've got to go softs, haven't you? In these type of conditions.
Like soft could get to the end.
They can only do 12 laps, but that's in normal conditions.
I have no grip, says George Russell.
Well, Rob Bobby, is Russell bent his steering?
Yes.
It didn't look straight, did it, down the Wellington?
One pit stop for everyone except 2 for Leclerc and Perez and 3 for Ocon and Zoe.
Russell's bent his steering. It's slightly bent.
Have you ever noticed how hungry looks like a steering wheel?
Yeah.
Do you never one you put on your desk?
Did he make one of his mistake? Like he must hit a wall or something.
He's damaged something. Maybe
Like
dislodged it.
suspension.
Yeah, he's done something, hasn't he? Because maybe in the pit lane.
Even though he's catching up to Verstappen.
Look. Slightly bent. Just a few degrees out.
He's catching up to Verstappen though.
Hamilton radio.
Hamilton.
So this rain's going to last for another 6 laps at least.
There's no rain in Robbie.
It's still spitting just...
It is spitting still. There is rain, but it's drying up quickly.
They will stop being British for a minute and just accept that this spitting is technically rain.
This race is reminding me of the one back in 2015 when we had very similar conditions.
Why can't us
Josh?
Brits
Yes.
accept that spitting is just rain?
Go on.
Josh, the problem now is what all the staff should be thinking about. Be listening to things and they'll be looking at all the data streams from the brakes and everything like that, and tires, the pressure of the tires, because the tires go lower in colder weather and things like that. And then they know the temperatures that the mediums and the softs work. I don't think the softs are an option.
No, I don't think it
But
is.
who does do it might just get a bit more grip than the mediums, because you see there's what, 20 laps to go.
Yeah.
And really the softs only last 15 laps. So unless you go another 7 laps, you're not in the window to change, are you?
But how long are these inters going to last?
That rubber off
That's
Verstappen.
Oh my God.
His are being destroyed, and so are Hamilton's, to be honest. Front left, which is... Hey, the front left! That's the same as what Hamilton's struggling with.
I hate to say and put a curse on it, but this is the quickest British Grand Prix on record so far.
Yeah,
With no safety cars, no red flags. We've got 21 laps to go. We're only 55 minutes in. Not even that. That's
because the cars are faster this year.
We're 54 minutes in.
Not even that, 52 technically.
We now know
52
who
minutes
to
since lights
curse
out,
if
yeah.
there's a safety car or a red flag.
Well, race started 52 minutes ago, and we've only got 21 laps to go, and we're nearly at the end.
And, yeah, there we go. The time screen's gone back. And now not again.
Needs a whack, doesn't it, some of these times? This one's fine. Sometimes.
Work.
Megan's having a go at her at the time screen. Hey, it's not the screen, it's the laptop.
It's good.
It's the MacBook. It's not the game.
Work.
So, lap 33 of 52. Let's get back into the swing away because the race has just quieted down. It's raining again. It's raining again in the pit lane. Oh, great. Well, that's...
Oh, God.
Yay.
It's like playing hot potato with this race as well, isn't it?
Hot potato.
So it's raining again here at Silverstone, and now we have to see if the intermediate tyres are going to still last. Look, it's raining heavier now at Cops. Oh, for God's sake.
And here's
It can't just make up its mind.
Wind's been blowing around southeast, northeast, west, south. It's just been doing yo-yo. We're in a tornado, effectively.
Yeah, I did think it kind of looked tornado-y in those rain clouds.
Look, it's raining again. It just keeps moving around. It's southwest, and it'll be blowing northeast in a minute as well.
There's some bits that are dry, though.
Yeah, it's still raining, but it's easing down. I don't think it'll be long after. This is from Chris Metland. Still raining, but it's easing down, and I don't think it'll be long after it stops when drivers are back for slicks. And if they can get it for a couple more laps, I would stick on the softs for 12 to go.
What's red A3?
Just another control mode. Russell.
Time free or
Oh!
something.
And out goes
No!
George Russell!
Why?
I said there was something wrong with the car with the steering. George Russell, after starting on pole position and victory in Austria, it was all going so well. He's out of the British Grand Prix on lap 34. We will not get the British 1, 2, 3 for the first time since 1965. Russell is out.
Can we get a British 1, 2 though?
So we need to box, retire now, George.
Amen to that.
Oh, George, I am so sorry for you. Pole position and a decent chance.
It must be the steering.
Yeah, because that steering was bent. It was not right. So if it was if he's done something else to the car, I'd love to know what, because that was not straight coming down the Wellington straight. So Russell's out, and it's raining heavier.
No crashes.
2 retirements though.
Yeah.
Oh, Silverstone, you do like to give us
Both not due to crashes.
Yeah.
Due to mechanical issues.
Look, it's light rain still here at the moment, so Hamilton, I don't know if he needs glasses or not, because it definitely is raining, and after he told us it wasn't raining.
I think it's just, he's British, and like the rest of us, he just doesn't see spitting as rain. He just sees it as, oh, inconvenient.
Somebody buy George Russell the largest pint on the planet. He's going to need it.
And a big bar of chocolate.
And Toto Wolff now focuses on Lewis Hamilton, who is 3 seconds back. 2.9 now back to Lando Norris, who leads the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. Hamilton radio now.
Just info, George retired with a suspected water system issue.
Not really much Lewis can do.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with the it was nothing to do with the steering then.
How does it have a water issue when it's raining?
I mean, there's enough water in the area.
Fairly sure he could be fine.
Is the water coming from him?
Well, I'll tell you what, that puts paid to all the nonsense that Team Electra was saying about, oh, Mercedes are sabotaging Hamilton to benefit Russell. Wah, wah, wah. Look at that, because now, look, Russell's out of the race and Hamilton's in second place. Who's sabotaging who?
Water in the car or water in his water bottle?
It's all right, he thought
Hydraulic could be.
Yeah, it would be hydraulic. So this is K-Mag. Oh, that was nearly a big one.
He almost went in the pit lane.
And towards the barrier, where we saw a huge accident in Formula 3 this morning as well. He got on the exit curve at Stowe and it launched him towards the barrier.
Oh, he got so close to that white line.
Yeah, great save. And of course, if you do cross that pit entry line, you have to go into the pit lane.
Yeah, and thankfully, he just avoided
Josh?
it.
Yes, go on, lad.
Yeah, do you remember when the rain first started and it started getting a bit heavier?
Yeah.
And they were all slipping off the track, and the two Mercedes went off the track at the same time. Lewis drove the safe bit,
He came
but
over, yeah.
George went over the curb. Maybe he damaged his radiator going over the curb.
Yeah. I remember that now. He jumped over. You're right. He jumped over it.
If you remember, when he comes back on, the car jumps up in the air a little bit.
Yeah. It's raining heavier now.
And that's probably why his steering was messed.
That could have done it there.
Yeah, you're right. You bang on there. And there's drain covers around here as well at Silverstone, like we saw in Alexander Dune this morning, coming back over the track. And Sophia Flörsch darting out the way, hitting the side as well, and putting herself in the barrier in the F3 race. Actually, down here.
Sounds like F3 was chaotic.
It was chaotic. There goes Michelin.
Hamilton, catching.
Yeah, Michelin's gone over. That's for the Porsche Carrera Cup tyres.
I'm watching F3 and F2
later.
I have time tomorrow.
I don't believe it. The jammy Dodger. This yellow flag at sector. Fine. Bottas had a bit of a moment.
I bet you it's Perez.
It was Bottas having a bit of a moment.
Right.
Perez is actually doing quite nice.
I don't believe it. The jammy Dodger's going to win, isn't he? Mercedes have only soft or hard tyres. We have medium if we want it. So Norris is in a better position here than Hamilton.
Here is, isn't
That's interesting. But why have I got this feeling that it's going to be Lewis winning a 9th British Grand Prix?
He just can't keep away from it.
To be fair, I think it would be poetic.
It would be.
I'm kind of in the mix. I just, not that I don't like Max.
To be
I don't
fair-
want Max to win. Go on.
He can win his own.
To be fair, a lot of people in Silverstone like Lewis.
Yeah.
More than any other British driver.
I mean, did you hear the cheer? Yes, there was a cheer when Lando took the lead, but did you hear the cheer when
Massive. Coming out.
Hamilton took the lead.
Yeah, and now look at this. The sun is shining here at Silverstone. It's changed again here.
It's dry.
This is the British weather for you. It's sunny now, and now the intermediate tyres are going to start getting chewed up massively. And Hamilton is
Like the F1 24
1.6 seconds back. Oh my God. Actually, I'm glad that Dad's here in a minute because he can say his line. Go on.
Off topic, but listen to how weird this is. NASCAR.
Yeah? Oh.
They wave the red and black flag together to signal the end of practice or qualifying.
Oh, that's a new one.
Oh, that is, isn't it?
Must be a rule just for street courses.
Yeah.
Your mic.
Can I say it now?
Yeah, not yet. It's 16. Not yet.
Patience.
Say in a minute.
Like I said too early.
I've never said this before, but JT, mic up.
Mic up.
Mic up.
I think I went to school with him.
Let me put my mic up.
Okay, he's gone. For those of you listening on USON, he's put his microphone up. Now it just needs a bit louder, just a touch louder. As we're coming in.
Oh, the setting on. Yeah, for some reason something happened with the microphone settings, but we're all good now.
Josh, can you turn my hearing thing down just that little bit? Because I think it's been knocked.
There you go. Is that okay? Right, hang on.
Yes.
He's been waiting for this. Go on, Dad.
15 laps to go.
He's been waiting for that for ages. He's only on a few races this year as well.
Yeah.
And JT's got to do a Nicky. He's got to make his microphone and Nicky louder.
Yeah.
I am clipping that one because that was probably the best 15 laps to go.
Yeah, that probably was.
So that is the one that's going to become our voice clip.
Yay!
I'm glad that I actually turned my thing down just before.
I'm not. I got it full in. Well, where are you? Let's have Max.
Certainly have. What about when you need to go onto the dry tyres, though?
Oh, for God's sake, Sky. What did it say?
Are you happy to stay out?
Yeah,
yes.
for the moment.
It said, Josh, where is it? Let me rewind.
I hate Crofty sometimes.
Still happy staying out for the moment, Max. Max said, yeah, for the moment, yeah, and you're faster than the cars ahead. Keep it going.
Okay. He should stay in goal.
He is catching.
Josh.
Say again?
He should stay in goal.
He is catching. Look at the gap. There's Piastri.
And this leading.
Competitor cars do not have medium. Currently, we think medium is the right tyre. 15 laps to go.
Yes, it's the best.
That's why they say the new set.
Is that Oscar or Lando? Softs for Magnussen. Ricardo's in.
Oscar. You can tell by the slight disc here.
Box.
And for Joe Wall.
Hamilton is box. And he's boxing now. So Lando is going to get the overcut here. Verstappen is box as well. In comes Hamilton. In comes Verstappen. And Lando's going to do another lap in the same conditions. And then box. Again. Come on. Now, I've been waiting for this. They come in together. It's up to the mechanics now to do a really super stop. And again, yes.
That wasn't a good stop.
No, Hamilton got held, but now is he going to get out ahead? No, yeah, Hamilton gets out ahead of Verstappen. I thought for a second they were next to each other. Mercedes and Red Bull were line and stern. I've been waiting for 23 years at Silverstone to do one of those lines, and Zhou Guanyu goes and screws it up for me. Piastri in two medium compound tyres. Now Lando's doing another lap, but he's not going to be losing that much time because he'll still be able to box and be fine.
Can I just say something? Why are Red Bull lying to Max again? Do you know what his best speed is? 319. Do you know what Lando's is? 326. Do you know what Lewis's is? Lewis?
Box for Lando.
Box.
Now, I need to see how long the pit stop time is here for Perez. 22 seconds. 23. Hamilton and Norris. Time lost into a virtual safety car. 9 seconds. Wrong graphic! 20 seconds. There
We're
we go.
not under a virtual safety car.
20 seconds. I was trying to work out what it is.
Do they know something we don't?
I don't know, but Lando got DRS there. Lando in. So, the race leader boxes, here he is.
We need the box. The soft is better now. Any slick tyre.
Okay, so we can choose a medium to cover people like Verstappen, or we choose a soft to cover people like Hamilton.
Well, what have they gone for then? This is the question.
No, Verstappen, you need to cover him.
Oh, don't know.
I would
It's
say
Hamilton.
soft.
It's Hamilton.
Soft.
It is. It's soft with 14 to go. Oh, he's late in the box. He's late in the box. That's going to cost him. He's way late in the pit lane box. What was the time? 4.5 seconds. That is the difference between life and death in Formula One.
Come on.
Hamilton's out of the pit lane. Hamilton leads the British Grand Prix.
Hamilton leads.
Hamilton leads the British Grand Prix. Norris screwed it up.
God.
He locked up.
He
in
can
the
fight
pit lane.
him. He can fight him. He can fight him with new mediums.
And into the pits come Sainz and Stroll. Had Norris locked up, he went straight across his pit box. Look, watch. Comes in, locks up and goes straight on. 4 seconds. Norris screwed up his own race.
He's only behind by
2
2
seconds. Lewis Hamilton leads the British Grand Prix with 13 laps to go. Well, look at the orange. Look at the yellow. Look at the orange. The 2 top British drivers. Listen to the crowd in Silverstone. They're going out. We've never had this in the modern era.
I am worried.
All softs get to the end.
They should do, but watch out for
This could be a
Verstappen.
grandstand finish.
Yeah, with Verstappen there too. They're both used tyres.
Should have gone medium.
Look, he comes in, but he locks up on the front right and goes straight on. Oh, the Lando.
That's
You were
what
on for the
happens when
win.
there's a wet pit lane, guys, because he wasn't expecting it to be that slippery, but that's just a wet pit lane.
It's up to you.
Whenever I wear it, he doesn't win, so... You wear it for now.
Take it off, Megan.
I've put it on. Hamilton's just done a 130.
So Norris at the same tyre.
Like having in slow motion, they also...
Oh, for God's sake, can I just punch the Sky people today, please?
They do realise they're not meant to
Josh.
talk over team radios.
Piastri on the
Verstappen's
mediums.
catching.
Go on, JT. As the F3 and F2 now leave.
Hamilton has extended the gap by 5 to 6 tenths to Norris, even with Norris's new soft tyres.
Oh, this is...
You had a new set of mediums, Lando. You should have done that.
Well, look at the mediums. The mediums the fastest ones on the track. Look at Piastri, 1:29.913. They switch on better. It's what Ian Birch was on about earlier on. Those mediums work better.
Piastri, you better quicken up and deal with Max.
This is going to be interesting. DRS is enabled. So now it's fight on. We have 12 laps left. And 3 drivers in 3 different teams gunning to win the British Grand Prix. You've got Lewis Hamilton, an 8-time winner of this race. You've got Lando Norris, who is the second in the championship and winner in Miami. And you've got 3-time world champion Max Verstappen, who's won in this circuit twice, but only ever has 1 British Grand Prix victory with 11 laps to go. And Lando's responding, and so is Max. It's a grandstand in Silverstone.
Thank goodness. 2.3 now.
May I remind you what was told to Lewis Hamilton after George won in Austria? You will get a win this year, Lewis. It just won't be today. And here we are with Hamilton, 2.3 seconds ahead of Hamilton. And there is one of the Pirelli lorries leaving from the F3 and F2 side.
I was going to say, otherwise we're really in trouble if Pirelli have abandoned this Grand Prix. Our tyres can't last and we're all leaving for Team LH to have a go at us. Out we go. Oh, this is brilliant. I am a bit frustrated that the British Grand Prix is promoting A, Las Vegas and B, Qatar. It's like, can we not focus on the fact it's the British Grand Prix?
It's like, hello. We don't do this to other people's.
No, we never see British Airways, do we, on the side of the circuit?
Or Guinness.
Yeah. Or tried Eddie Jordan's, that lot.
Or try fish and chips.
Yeah. Oh, fish and chips. I could just go. We haven't got any dinner there as well.
Try some Yorkshire
Hamilton
tea.
is slowly extending this gap by he's extending it, then it's coming back down again, but then he's extending it more. Hamilton is managing this gap really well. I won't be surprised if the gap gets up to three seconds in the next couple of laps, because Hamilton told his engineers, as you heard a couple of laps ago, to leave him to it, and they have, and this is what is happening. He's extended his gap once again. Verstappen again, fastest lap, 10 laps to go.
Oh, this race is just a grand look. It's dry now as well. 10 to go. 1:29.472 for Max Verstappen as well. Megan's put said hat on. Piastri takes it back. Piastri takes it back.
What, the hat?
No. The lap. No. It's gone back. The timing screen's adjusted itself. I thought Piastri had it there. It was a 1:29.5. Say again, Jess.
Is Piastri catching?
He better be.
No, he's 10 seconds back. He can't catch.
He can try.
It's a three-way fight for the British Grand Prix. Come on, we want a grandstand best ever finish here at Silverstone. This race. There's a reason that the British... Oh, is Max... Did Max just go off the track? Yes,
he better have.
Max kicked up the exit curb through... Yeah, so that's going to be a problem there, but so did Lewis. All three of them.
I'm not sure Lando did.
I just saw in the background Max have a little bit of an issue.
It was the same gap. It was the same gap.
Right. 2.4 now. Lando's closing him in.
He better be.
I can't breathe this race. My God. Everything is just going crazy and turning up to 11. With 9 to go. It's Silverstone now. Yeah.
This is putting Lewis Hamilton, if he wins this, 1 win away from 10 British Grand Prix victories, but he'll have to do it with Ferrari, because that's where he's going next year. We have to remember Norris got fastest lap, then it goes to Verstappen. 1:29.105. That was 3 tenths faster than his fastest lap on the previous lap, and Norris has closed the gap to Hamilton by 5 tenths of a second.
Oh, it's 2.2 as they come down the Wellington Straight. Crucially, Lewis just needs to keep him out of DRS range. The gap between Norris and Verstappen is the same, 2.4. So they're all just within 4. They're all within 5 seconds of each other now. It's so infuriating. It's literally just rabbit in headlight stuff. You've just got to keep going. But Max is really the one being so much faster than everyone else. Max is 5 tenths a lap faster than Hamilton. Norris is 3 tenths a lap faster than Hamilton, but Norris is slower than Max by a tenth. It's just, everyone is quicker. Hamilton's the slowest. Norris is quicker than Hamilton. Verstappen's quicker than both of them. You can't work out what's happening. And this is when we start, remember Canada, this is where the Red Bull starts to play back into it. Verstappen radio.
Interstow has the lead.
Signs of damage on the front left. The car's ahead.
And are those soft tyres starting to degrade?
Wasn't looking. Nearly poured red juice down my white shirt and white trousers.
People would have thinking I'd done something disastrous.
Wins in a single circuit. Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton 8 apiece. Schumacher, of course, winning 8 times at Hockenheim. Lewis Hamilton winning 8 times here at Silverstone and in Canada. I bite my tongue.
Here we go again then. Hamilton has extended the gap by 3 tenths of a second once more. It's back up to 2.3. And here we go down the Wellington Straight.
Just to let you know, JT, you're quiet again, so whatever's happening with your system, you might want to have a look at it.
Let me reset my windows.
No worries.
It's just messed up.
Yeah, it was fine, and then it's dried out, so it's all starting to go funny. Windows does this all the time. So 2.3. Oh, there's Kimi Antonelli who won this weekend. But look at Verstappen and look at Norris. The gap now 2.1. Oh, it's all closing. Lewis Hamilton, 9th win. Yeah. Oh God, it'll be a record.
Oh, it would be. I don't know. I don't know which one is.
I don't know either. I don't know. A British winner at the British Grand Prix is always liked, but look at Verstappen. He's 1.9 seconds back to Lando, but them two battling going to give Lewis the chance to get ahead. There's lap traffic coming in here as well.
I don't want Max to win.
Ocon, Ricciardo, Magnussen and Sargent, all lap traffic getting in the way now.
Not after Max's behaviour last week.
Oh my God. How long to go? 8 laps of the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. The crowd are willing him on. This is like Mansell all over again. Oh my word.
Oh my God.
The crowd are so divided. I'm looking round.
Miami was together.
Yeah, Miami was... I'm just as nervous as I was in Miami. And this is a grandstand finish. People say Formula 1 is dead and buried. Show them the last 3 races. Show them every race since Miami onwards.
What's happened there? Why is it sudden 7 tenths?
Lando's slow. Has he burnt his tyres out already?
No, he couldn't have.
What is that
for a moment?
Verstappen's going to be 1.4.
Lewis increased the gap. It's nearly 3 seconds.
Yeah, something's wrong with Lando. Lando's losing a lot of time out here.
He had a moment.
Oh, no.
Because he's close to Max
Lando.
now.
I'm having a look on the Channel 4 feed that we've got up here in the commentary
try
box.
that.
I heard a ping.
Is that... Ping.
Oh, I think it was coming off the...
Hamilton
Go on.
continuing to extend that gap, as you said, back up to 2.6, which is where it was a couple of laps ago, and Verstappen is closing in on Norris. So Norris, as you said, could be having a little bit of problems. Verstappen 3.5 tenths away from getting DRS on Lando Norris.
He was doing better before you had that on.
John?
No, he wasn't.
He was. Go on, Dad.
I think it's because Norris is 3 tenths a lap faster than Lewis, but Verstappen is 5 tenths of a lap faster than Norris, than Hamilton. So he's gaining at 2 tenths a lap, isn't he, on Norris?
Oh,
Norris can do Lewis a favour here by
Norris,
trying to keep him back behind him.
I'm going to disagree with Jess on the points that British win the British Grand Prix with 6 to go.
We need at least a British one too. I don't care which one of them wins.
The longer it takes Verstappen to get past Norris, the better.
Hopefully, not at all.
Or an Austria.
No, I'm talking about Verstappen's opinion, not our opinion. Verstappen's opinion.
From Verstappen's racing opinion, he needs to get clear at Norris as soon as possible to get after Lewis. But Lewis is now 4 seconds back from him.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
2.8. It's closing down again, yeah. But
no, it's increasing. 2.9.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. Get the hat back on then, see if it goes down on the hanging straight.
Bloody hell, Megan, you made me jump.
Verstappen's got DRS on Lando
Here
Norris. Is he going to have a go in towards Stowe? He's too far back, way too far back. But now that 1 second's broken, JT.
I hope there's no repeat of last week.
The 1 second is now broken for Verstappen. He can close in on Norris with DRS.
There's still a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if he was under 1 second going into the next DRS zone, which is down into the Wellington Straight, I believe. Down in towards Abbey. Through Farm Curve now goes Lando Norris, Max Verstappen. 8 tenths of a second. They're coming up to the Texan zone now. Max Verstappen will have DRS on Lando Norris now, going through the loop. 5 laps to go. Fastest lap Piastri, 1:29.
I'm starting to wonder if Lewis saved his tyres and now he's gone pedal to the metal. Max has DRS, but the one thing that you know, that these two do not make overtaking each other easy. They are 1-2 in the World Championship through Luffield. Max takes such a tighter line as they come through into Woodcote now. Max has the run down towards Cobbs Corner.
There's going to be contact.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? You just know it's coming, these two. It's like Hamilton a couple of years ago, but it just happens.
Lewis has even taken away Lando's usual driver of the day from him.
Max has the DRS coming down then into the hangar straight. He will have access to it. Let's see if he can use it for good measure. Down we come, DRS open. Lando's going to have to go defensive. It's a much longer hangar straight. Max reels him in. Will he go to the inside line? No. Lando defends the inside. Max sails round the outside into second place in the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. The gap is 3.3 seconds with 4 to go. Can Hamilton hold off on Verstappen to win at Silverstone?
It's increased now, so I'm going to...
Hamilton is coming up on lap traffic in Ocon, Ricciardo, Magnussen and Sargent, Megan.
And Hamilton's Verstappen's just on a 1:28.9.
Oh my...
What's that? 1:28.95.
going to win, isn't he?
But
he's 6 tenths a lap faster than Hamilton.
But we've got to still think Hamilton is still leading this race and Max is still 3 seconds away with 4 laps to go. So Hamilton is looking to win.
Seems a lifetime ago since Hamilton was the norm, says Humperdinck. Oh, my boss says yes. Go on.
6 tenths a lap isn't enough because 6 times 4 is 24, which is 2.4 seconds with 4 laps to go.
Not enough.
And the gap is more than that. Here's a replay of the move.
Will this be 104 for Lewis in terms of wins, or 102? I can't remember.
I will check. I will check.
Last win was in Saudi Arabia in 2021 for Lewis Hamilton.
104.
104.
Oh, okay. I just pulled out my notes to have a look at it, and it shows up on the TV screen. Thanks, Fom.
So it's like Fom can read your mind or whatever.
Oh, they can. To be fair.
Hamilton through
3.3.
this whole past lap.
Come on, come on,
Yeah,
come on.
Come on, Hamilton through this whole past lap has managed the gap between 3 and 3.4 seconds. I think Hamilton has this in the bag as we start lap 50 of 52. 3 laps to go of this British Grand Prix.
It's the experience, Josh T.
Yeah.
It's the experience he's got with saving tyres at this point. He knows when to push and when not to.
Rowan Atkinson back in 2011 was having the facial expressions. He's here again, here today. But I'd just like to point out one thing. If anybody says, oh, it's British bias, no. Because you do not know how long we've been waiting for Lewis Hamilton to find his mojo back. Ever since 2021, he seemed like a broken man. The regulations weren't right for Mercedes. He's leaving to go for Ferrari. This would be the ultimate redemption and the ultimate farewell to Mercedes to win for a 9th time at Silverstone. So just cross your fingers and hope for a good luck story. I'm worried about my voice.
Let me find Lewis's last.
Saudi Arabia.
I've got you covered at the end of the pre-show. At the post-show, sorry.
I tell you what, Rowan Atkinson must be Mercedes' good luck charm for Hamilton winning because he's in Mercedes right now.
Saudi Arabia.
Do you want to know?
2021. Go on, Jess.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know Lewis's last British Grand Prix win, 2021?
Yeah. That was a momentous day, wasn't it? Took his 8th home victory.
That was the punch.
Oh,
Was that the punch? No, that was 2020, wasn't it? Where he got the puncher.
Esteban, did you see that?
Or was it?
What did he do?
Block Max.
Yeah, Ocon's just overtaken Perez.
Just like to quickly point out, with 2 laps to go, Lewis Hamilton, 11 Silverstone races since 2014, just 4 he has not won. In those 4, he's finished on the podium. 2013 was the last time Lewis never stood on a podium at Silverstone. Sainz in.
He finished 4th though.
Yeah?
Sainz is going for fastest lap if he goes to soft.
Yeah. So he's
been in the top 5. He's been in the top 4.
But he's got time to
British Grand Prix
Hülkenberg.
races.
Yeah, look, Sainz got time to Hülkenberg, so he can do it.
Yeah.
Why is Oscar saying Capri on the radio? Does he want a Capri Sun?
Smart.
Gap.
Smart from Ferrari.
Oh, it is very smart. Get bonus points.
2.3.
Well done.
Good stop from Sainz. He will come out miles ahead of Hülkenberg.
Look at that. Sir Brian May. Sir Brian May will wave that checkered flag. Queen. Legend. I should. He was doing the national anthem last year. I must say, Hannah Waddington. Did you hear it? Beautiful anthem. The British crowd are about to stand up.
From Hannah, it's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. I request silence.
It was not over the top, was it? It was simple, beautifully sung. Remember when Catherine Jenkins sung it one year?
2014. Here we go. Listen to the British crowd. One more lap to go at Silverstone. Lewis Hamilton leads the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. On course for a 9th victory. The Union flags are waving. A 7-time champion, the most successful driver in the history of the sport, the most successful British driver, and there is Max Verstappen, there is Lewis Hamilton. The race is closing again. These 2 old titans are doing the doubles. Megan.
Piastri, fastest lap.
But is Sainz going to take it on this lap? He's on brand new soft. I wonder if he can do it.
No, I don't think he will be.
This is going to be something.
Can we let Josh have his moment?
Oh, you've got to. Come on.
Last week.
Go on, final thoughts.
Let Josh B have his moment.
Last week, Toto Wolff told George Russell that he will get a win this year. Here it is.
You mean Lewis Hamilton?
Hamilton, yeah. Into the last sector. 2.1, the gap. It's been a long time since that night in Saudi Arabia where Hamilton and Verstappen did battle. They went to a title finale, level on points. Through whatever way you believe, it went Verstappen's way. Hamilton was a broken man, but he's leaving Mercedes to join Ferrari. And what a parting gift! The British fans are on their feet. It's coming home. Lewis Hamilton is a winner again and is a 9-time British Grand Prix winner. Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix 9 times. The most of any driver at a single circuit. The most of any driver in Formula 1 at the British Grand Prix. Hamilton wins
the same podium
again.
as last year as well.
It is.
It's the same podium as last year as well, just different order.
Verstappen second, Norris third, Piastri fourth. Wow, JT.
Same order.
Every single British driver on the grid, if we do not include the Thai British driver of Alexander Albon, has taken a win this year.
They have.
Norris in Miami, Russell last week in Austria, and now Lewis Hamilton. Fastest lap, Sainz does it. Sainz takes the fastest lap away from Max Verstappen
and
on the final lap.
Look at Norris.
And crucially, that only leaves Piastri now as any of the top 4 teams not winning a race with both cars.
Yeah. Get in there, Lewis! You're the man! You're the man! Oh, mate, I have been waiting for this. Jeez.
Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot.
It
means a lot to get this one. A big thank you to all the fans here. Love you guys.
Yes, mate.
We will prevail. We never give up. And what a sign off for our joint trajectory here on the British Grand Prix. We couldn't wish for anything better.
I think this one means more than 2008. This is redemption. Oh, the lows. This is redemption. What have you got? Yeah.
From Sean Kelly, at 39 years, 182 days old, Lewis Hamilton is the oldest race winner of the 21st century.
Wow.
Ian Birch, what's your reaction there, Dad? Hamilton is a winner again at Silverstone. That is something special. What are your thoughts?
I think it's brilliant. Your mum just said that Lewis was upset because in the things. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when he gets out of that car?
He stops.
And
he's picked a flag.
He's going to want to surf again, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, here he goes.
He went on the soft tyre. It was the tyre to go on.
Shopping centre's on fire.
But Max
what is on fire?
You know, Lando, Max, and him have created such a brilliant race today. It's one of the best Grand Prix that we've had in the last couple of years, isn't it?
Lewis picks up
He had
the
everything,
Union.
really.
Oh, he's picked up the Union Jack. Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! They love him and he loves them. Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix. Go on, Jess.
I wanted him to win. I wanted him to win today, and he did.
I thought it was Lando. I thought it would have been.
He did lead for a lot.
You can't beat the old dog.
Oh my God.
Well,
it was the tyres. He managed the tyres. He didn't push like Lando did at the start of his soft stint.
If we don't,
he knew what to do.
If we don't count when Piastri had the net lead, but technically you can count them all being Commonwealth
all
people.
the leaders today have been British.
Or at least, if you count Piastri's temporary net lead, members of the Commonwealth.
Yeah. Here is Lewis again.
This one means a lot to us all.
I love you, Bono.
I'm emotional listening to him.
Crying.
They're both crying. Everyone's crying. I'm emotional listening to Lewis right now. This one, I think, is going to be considered his best ever race win. Forget Fuji in 07, Silverstone in 08. This one, I think, is going to mean a lot. This one proves he's still got it. This one validates his own self-doubt. This one gives it. And George Russell, his own teammate, is the first to congratulate him. Sportsmanship. This one validates him continuing and going to Ferrari. This one validates his struggle. This one validates his own mentality that, yes, I've still got it. Yes, I can still win. And this one, especially at home, a track he loves so much, he crossed the line on the Hamilton Straight. And straight named after him, he wins the British Grand Prix.
Is that the first time he's won over the Hamilton Straight?
Yeah. He's out of the car.
Wow. This is the third smallest win margin here at Silverstone. The smallest being Nico Rosberg in 2013 with 0.765 seconds. The second smallest being 2010 with Mark Webber 1.360 seconds. The third being Lewis Hamilton 2024 1.465 seconds.
Before we hear...
And Josh,
John.
Mercedes and Ferrari are the only teams to have both of their drivers win a race this year.
Oh yeah, so it's Perez and Piastri, the only two who haven't.
Yeah, they need to get a move on, especially with Piastri, because he's never won one.
Yeah.
Next time out.
On to Hungary. Go on.
Different winners in 12 races.
And people say everyone is dead. Before we hear from the podium, I want to hear from Omi and get his thoughts on this race. Omi, if you're there, what on earth did you make of that one in the end?
Well, the expectation was that it would be wide open, and it absolutely did deliver. Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton. Great to see him finally getting that victory before he leaves Mercedes. And what a venue to do it at his home race on the Hamilton Straight. Absolutely brilliant. Special moment for Formula One.
We'll hear from the top three shortly as well, as everybody's standing by, ready to get going. What are you doing? I presume, Megan, you're staying for the podium, obviously. For once.
Yeah, but don't ask me to talk too much because of,
I'll wait for you to say your final thoughts then later. Lewis gets weighed. The fans are cheering everywhere. What a race. Mohammed Ben Sulayem. Oh, well, he shook his hand, but Lewis walked away quite quickly there, didn't he? Max congratulates Lewis. That's lovely to see. I think Lando... Yeah, there you go. Lando congratulating him.
Hey! Aww.
He walked so quickly away from... And there is Anthony Hamilton. His father hugging him, and now the tears. I've not seen Lewis crying into Anthony since 2008 when they became world champions for the first time, and now this one.
Cry.
I am genuinely lost for words.
Where's Bono? Where's Bono? I want to see Bono now.
Dad, you can see he's physically crying. He's almost bawling, is Lewis. It's... Oh.
Yeah, that's a great scene, that. But also on another feed, that guy that used to be married to Jennifer Aniston won.
Brad Pitt.
Oh God.
I'm not surprised actually.
So your Brad Pitt is it. When you watch that film later on this year, right, you'll say, this was today.
Yeah.
This was the 7th of the 7th. It's brilliant. And the thing about Lewis is that he's never taken anything for granted. He's going towards the crowd.
He's back onto the track in front.
Never does.
Lewis Hamilton is on the Hamilton Straight with the Union flag, beating his chest on his heart, pointing to the fans and holding up the Union flag. Celebrating as a British Grand Prix and a Grand Prix winner again. And the fans, no matter who they are, go absolutely nuts for him.
Another stat for you, Josh, from Sean Kelly. Lewis Hamilton also breaks the all-time record for interval between first and last career wins, 17 years and 27 days since winning in Montreal in 2007 for McLaren. And here is McLaren with Jenson Button.
Mixed emotions here in front of the home crowd. It looked like you were the man to beat out there. Your skill in those tricky conditions, getting to the front, was exceptional, but not the result you were after.
Yeah, no. I mean, first of all, congrats to Lewis. That crucial decision at the end, he just did a better job on, so hats off to him and Mercedes, so they deserve it. It was tough. It was enjoyable. It was fun battling these guys, and these tricky conditions are always, like on a knife edge, and you're risking a lot. So many things good, but a few too many letdowns today. And as a team, I don't think we did quite the job we should have done or good enough. But still lovely to be on the podium here in Silverstone.
What I love about you is I just said to you, your time will come to win the British Grand Prix, and you said I don't want time. You are ready. You are ready, aren't you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not making the right decisions. At the same time, I blame I blame myself today for not making some of the right decisions, but I hate it. I hate ending in this position and ever having excuses for not doing a good enough job, but I'm still happy. I'm still going to enjoy it. I think we still did so many things right, so many positives, but especially here in Silverstone, the one place I would love for everything to go perfectly. It didn't today, but I'm good. We'll come back stronger next year and try again.
Cool. Thank you, Lando. Big round of applause for Lando Norris.
Thank you.
That was a better result than I was expecting, looking at most of the race. Half the race, you were on the back foot. You had 2 Mercedes, 2 McLarens pulling away from you, but you were able to pull out a pretty good result in the end.
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't have the pace today. I was, slowly dropping back when it mattered in the beginning. So it didn't look great at some point. I was really thinking, like, are we going to finish 5th, 6th? But yeah, we made the right calls. Going from the slicks to the inters, and then also from the inters back to the slicks. I think it was every time the right lap. And yeah, then also at the end, the call from the team to be on the hard tire instead of the soft was definitely helping me out. That's why I think we also finished 2nd today. So it could have been a lot worse, but with making the right calls, we still got onto the podium, and I'm of course very happy with that.
How was it out there? Because it looked extremely difficult. It wasn't either wet or dry for a lot of it. It was that real difficult decision to make, either staying on the slicks or going on the inters.
Yeah, when it started to rain for the first time, of course, I was already dropping back. I was struggling for grip, so I didn't want to take too many risks. And I saw the guys ahead of me; they were really going for it. So I just tried to hang in there, not going off the track. And yeah, that was quite tricky. But then at one point, it really started to come down, and then it was quite obvious that you had to go to the inter. Then you had to make the tire last as long as you could. And then suddenly also the sun came out, and the track really started to dry up quickly. But still, you feel quite comfortable on the inter. But at one point, you just have to gamble, to go to the slick. And luckily, it all worked out well.
Nice work.
Right.
Thanks,
Thank
Max. British Grand Prix. I've witnessed, obviously, your whole career in F1 and the achievements you've had, 104 victories now, but I've never seen you quite this emotional after a race.
Yeah, I can't stop crying. I think, it's been since 2021. I just, every day getting up, trying to fight, to train, to put my mind to the task and work as hard as I can with this amazing team. And this is my last race here at the British Grand Prix with this team. So I wanted to win this so much for them because I love them. I appreciate them so much. All the hard work they've been putting in all of these years. I'm forever grateful to everyone in this team, everyone at Mercedes and all of our partners. And then otherwise to all our incredible fans. I could see you lap by lap as I was coming round, and there's just no greater feeling as to finish at the front here.
It seems that the last 2.5 years, it's been 2.5 years since you won a race. I never thought we'd say that about you. You seem to always be able to get a win every single season. You've put on a brave face. It's been impressive to see, but you can tell when you're such a winner, it's tough, right?
It's so tough, I think, for anyone. But I think the important thing is just how you continue to get up, and you got to continue to dig deep, even when you feel like you're at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, there's definitely been days between 2021 and here where I didn't feel like I was good enough or whether I was going to get back to where I am today. But the important thing is I had great people around me continuing to support me, my team, every time I turn up, and see them putting in the effort that really encouraged me to do the same thing. And otherwise, my fans, when I see them around the world, they have been so supportive. So a big, big thank you to everybody back at the factory, everyone here. I love you guys, and God bless you.
They threw everything at you in that race. Weather, cars on track, everything. You came out on top.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. That's it. Thank you, guys.
I think
Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix.
I got some more stats, Josh.
Go on.
Bono's going to be representing Mercedes at the rostrum.
Okay. Of course.
And
gotta be
guess who predicted Lewis for the win?
Who?
Hi.
Oh.
Nico
Hello.
Rosberg. Nico Rosberg predicted Lewis to win. broken!
He did it! Yay!
Physical pressure.
Here's the cooldown room.
Shall we?
2 seconds, Chitty.
Like, there was like 2 laps before I passed you.
Bounce. Yeah, and that was on the curve.
Yeah.
They're watching the start now. Lewis is yet to arrive.
They seem to be friends again.
Here he is. Here's Lewis coming into the cooldown room.
Aww.
Fast at the end, jeez.
I was just happy.
So when it started raining, and
Oh,
came
you
just
both-
before
you
you
both
came
did.
by me.
Carlos is fast in those laps because he was like 5 seconds behind me, I think 6, and then I look in the mirror, he was behind me. I was like, wow.
Stay that one not too long.
Tell me about it.
That was. That's where we want to really make a difference. Were you on soft as well?
Yeah. Yeah, but I digged way harder. Even if I came
You
out
got
3 seconds ahead,
you
you
got
would
2
have
new
won.
mediums.
I know.
Yeah, well, oh, but you started when you. Oh yeah, you could have gone to the medium.
80 points in the championship now. 84.
I was digging at the end.
Yeah.
No, I digged up 10 laps before you did.
Close to the constructors, though. Very close to the constructors. 71.
Both Mercedes drivers were
2.5
separated
years
by
since that happened.
1 point. Russell 111, Hamilton 1.
Ooh!
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The ball hugger.
First back-to-back Mercedes win since what? 2021? I want to say? I don't know, because there was a time where they were winning one after the other. I'm trying to work it out, but...
I think.
Well, Lewis hasn't
Guys.
won since 21, has
Yeah.
he? So back to back, it must be 21.
It's
No,
Bottas.
because George last.
Does
won.
JT know?
Wait, no.
Yeah, go on.
Because Bottas was still.
Yeah. I think Bottas won in 21.
He might have won Australia.
Bottas' last victory in Formula 1
Order with Lewis.
in 2021 Turkey. So it
Turkey.
must have been Turkey and the race after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Onto the podium we come then.
Oh, by the way,
Go on.
at the end of the race, right, out my window, there was a flash of lightning and it is raining, so I can got that right as well.
Okay, that means it's raining here as well.
This is their weather.
Well, 104 Grand Prix victories, 9 victories in a single circuit. The most at a British Grand Prix, the most in Formula 1 for the first time since Saudi Arabia in 2021. The British national anthem for Lewis Hamilton.
Let's go.
Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix. Mercedes get a back-to-back. And the British Grand Prix trophy for the 9th time is presented to Lewis Hamilton, who for the first time, as Sir Lewis Hamilton, wins the British Grand Prix. He'll get his...
Presented by the new Secretary of State too.
He'll get his first ever driver's medal that was introduced in 2022 in Abu Dhabi. So his first ever gold winner's medal. The new British Grand Prix trophy, also presented to Lewis Hamilton, but now the new Constructors' Trophy as well for Silverstone, presented to Mercedes. There'll be a new one of those constructed each year with the names of the previous constructor winners on it as well. The same goes for second and third. All the people who finished second and third here at Silverstone presented. Max Verstappen, he must get used to finishing in second as they come in as well. Lord Hinder, the co-chair of the APP JBMotorsports, who helped run Silverstone alongside the BRDC and all the British motorsport facilities as well. Third place for Lando Norris, coming home as well. Another British Grand Prix podium. David Richards, the chairman of Motorsport UK, former BAR team boss, British American Racing in Formula 1. Been waiting for this. The delegates run off the podium. It's champagne time! Lewis Hamilton, for a 9th time, wins the British Grand Prix. And for the first time since 2021, is victorious. This one for sure will mean the most to him. Final thoughts from you, Dad, over there in the box? What have you made of this one so far?
Yeah, I think you just look at that picture of them two. They've been together so long, haven't they, as the teammates? And my final things are today. I thought it would be Lando who won because of the fact that I didn't think Lewis and Mercedes quite had it.
Yeah.
But what you don't lose is, it's like in football, if you might lose your legs go and you're a bit slower in football, but you never use the technique, and the techniques he used in that drive was fantastic.
Thank you, Dad. See you in a couple of races' time. Megan, your final thoughts on this Grand Prix of Silverstone?
Finally.
Yeah.
Just finally. And I'm very happy for Lewis right now.
See you in 2 weeks in Hungary. Lewis Hamilton can rest. He is a victor once again in Formula 1. A 9th British Grand Prix win. The best British Grand Prix in living memory, I think it's safe to say. A true classic. And only the greatest of all time could have done it. We will see you in 2 weeks' time in Hungary. But my closing thoughts, Lewis Hamilton, you beauty, you brought it home.
Thank you, Josh. Wow, what a great race we just had. And we'll go through your results before we get our final thoughts from the rest of the team. So Lewis Hamilton makes it 9 wins at the British Grand Prix. Absolutely amazing from Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen finishes in 2nd. Lando Norris finishes in 3rd. Oscar Piastri finishes in 4th. Carlos Sainz in 5th. Hulkenberg finished in 6th. Don't know how that happened, but he got his best result of the season. Lance Stroll in 7th. Alonso in 8th place. Albon in 9th. Tsunoda in 10th. Then we got Sargent, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Bottas, Ocon, Perez, Joe, and your 2 retirements, both due to mechanical issues, Russell and Gasly, who didn't even make it in the starting grid. So I'm trying to read my notes to see who to bring it to first. But let's get our final thoughts from the team, starting with you, Josh T. What a race at the British Grand Prix, and what are you looking forward to for Hungary?
Yeah, absolutely. What an incredible British Grand Prix we have just had. And I think it might be worth to, yes, we had Lewis Hamilton, yes, we had a McLaren 3 and 4, but I think we have to highlight the other home teams Of course, double Aston Martin points.
Yeah.
6th and 7th. I believe Stroll finished ahead of Alonso. Of course, he's signing next year because, well, Lance Stroll. And we have to highlight Alexander Albon, 9th. So a points finish for the Thai
And Hulkenberg.
And Hulkenberg. That was an incredible race, but 11th from Logan Sargent. Respectable finish for Sargent.
A respectable finish for both Williams, I have to say. Sargent.
Absolutely.
Sargent, who's been having pressure to say whether to keep his he has to perform. He definitely did perform today. Omi's down in the pits. What an incredible race. And what are your thoughts for Hungary? What have been your takes on this race?
A great British Grand Prix. Always love to see different winners. And for this one, Lewis Hamilton returning back to the front of the field. It's been a long time coming for Lewis Hamilton, so it's finally great to see him getting that moment, him getting that victory, to celebrate with the fans. And right before he goes over to Ferrari, what a special moment it is to take a victory with Mercedes. Absolutely incredible stuff. And this season has come alive. Cannot wait for Budapest.
Josh B, have you recovered from that incredible race yet?
Enough to take my headphones off, brush my hair back, pick up a microphone and start talking again. Yeah, what a British Grand Prix that was. I am very, very really lost for words. And this season, everyone was saying, "Oh, it's going to be Red Bull domination. It's all going to be boring." And sure, after the first 2 races, we were all going the same thing. And then Australia happened, and we saw the first chink in the armour. Sainz got a victory. And then we went back to normal. Oh, Verstappen getting another 2. Then in Miami, Lando Norris getting a win. Then we had another... We went in after that as well with Emilia Romagna, how close that was. I think that was the turning point. Monaco going to Leclerc. Then, yeah, sure, it went back into Canada to Max, but Lando still had the chance there as well. Going forward then... We had Spain as a Max, and we had Austria as well with George Russell. Now here at Silverstone with Lewis Hamilton. It's like we're just continuing to tip the scales, and what an open championship we've got. This is only round 12 of the season, and we've had Verstappen, Sainz, Norris, Russell and Hamilton as Grand Prix winners. That's 5 different winners. Have I forgotten anyone?
And Leclerc.
And Leclerc,
And
6.
Leclerc.
That's 6 different winners, as JT said earlier on, in 12 races. Half the season of different winners. We're going now into a 2-week break before the last 2 races before the summer break. 110%. We could be in for a championship battle. Max looked vulnerable in wet conditions, and we're going now to tracks where rain is a factor. Hungary, Belgium, Monza. We're staying into rain, and we even saw it in Singapore. So it's going to be a great, great race, and I'm looking forward now to going on a 2-week holiday. But we've got IndyCar in 2 hours, and then I think NASCAR soon as well. So that's all going to be up there in the air. So
yeah,
I'll rest my voice, and yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks for Hungary as well, because I can't believe it. My final thought, the jammy Dodger did it, didn't he? Lewis Hamilton only went and won the British Grand Prix. Can't believe it. I'll see you guys later. I'll throw it back to you.
I'm not going to be here for Hungary, which is a bit annoying because Hungary usually brings out a lot of surprises. But who said Formula One is boring? Formula One has been nothing but boring for the last few races. Make sure you join us in 2 weeks' time for the Hungarian Grand Prix, where could we see a different winner? Could we see a Mercedes win? Could we see Oscar Piastri win to make it 7 wins from a lot of races? We'll have to wait and see. But before we head to Hungary in 2 weeks' time, we still got some more action on JB Motorsports. We've got IndyCar that starts at 6:30, the coverage. And then as soon as IndyCar finishes, we'll head straight to NASCAR at 9:30, so around about 1:30, depending on when that ends as well. Thank you to those of you that are joining us on USRN as well. We appreciate your company. We will see you in around a couple of hours' time for IndyCar. Take care, everyone. Lewis Hamilton, a Grand Prix winner again at last. Bye-bye.